Never know how it ends.
Oh, because he forgot something. Weird. On this application, you have a red symbol, JJ.
How dare it?
Damn it, dude. I always forget to repeat the music. There we go. Transform. Edit. Boop, beep, boop. There we go. Last time, if y'all are there, you guys had a successful run-in with some crazy dude. Ray fell in love, and he began to dance with him constantly.
You're marrying soon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
His sound burrito wasn't enough. He needed more, and he found a man. And he chased that man around the room constantly until that man found another man.
Left him.
Exactly. This man, of course, naturally, anybody would leave Arashi for him, was some 30-foot tall dark entity from
Tall, dark, and handsome.
That clearly came from some abysmal dimension and seemed to have been in a tussle fight with a druid that you ran into on your way the heck out of wherever the hell you were. Luckily, you were each able to leave with your lives, as well as little bits of treasure, a sound burrito, as well as, in Jane's hands, a sphere of annihilation. You leave the building constantly hearing the sounds of battle, kind of pertaining to its inside. The clouds begin to kind of like overcast the sky, and it slowly begins to rain. What are you guys doing?
Get an umbrella. No.
We just stand here in the rain.
Without an umbrella.
Quick, Jane, your umbrella.
Oh, you're right. Quick, Jane, save the party.
Be the protagonist you are.
Of course, she has portable umbrellas that she can summon with her beautiful magic. But she didn't
I wish
prep
I
the
took
spell.
the umbrella. Oh, she didn't. God damn it, Jane.
She pulls out a toad and puts it on her head. Nope.
Where'd you get that? I don't want to know.
Fine familiar.
Yeah.
Oh. Yes. Quench the toad's thirst.
It slowly grows with each drop.
What was that giant toad that Kathy posted?
Oh my god.
The giant.
Is that her familiar?
That's her familiar.
Toad.
Yeah.
That's
It's
amazing.
a
I'm
tiny
proud.
toad. It's not a
Not for
giant
long.
toad.
Why tiny? Why the?
No, it's slowly growing with water. It's like those little
Those little like
tablets put in
sponge
water and then
capsules. Yeah.
yeah. What are they called?
Hmm.
I want to say
call
streaky dinks, but that's the opposite.
No, that's
That's the opposite.
Magic Grow. That's what I was able to find anyway. The little color tablets.
I feel like they're called something though, like something else.
I don't know.
I've never like seen an on-brand version of it, so
Right.
pretty much whatever these fuckers decide.
For what?
Those like you know those little capsules with the little sponges in them. You throw them in water and then they like turn into dinosaurs and shit.
So like 15 times its size, or something like that.
Oh, they're all called different things. They're all just shitty products made off of each other. But yeah, I know you get talking
You're not shitty. You're shitty.
Shit. You don't grow, Ray. I bet Yerdo was one of those things.
about. He just absorbed water.
No, ale and
Potions.
healing potion.
Yeah.
Oh, they're literally just called growing dinosaurs. I found them on Amazon. It's in general too,
Oh,
in case you want to buy some.
I know I am.
I mean, my
Throw that
birthday,
hoe in the car.
my birthday was last month, but I accept gift cards.
Yeah, you're just standing in the rain for some reason, Rashi, all alone with the party.
I mean, what's around us? I mean, we got away from the fight, right? Are we heading
Wait,
back?
So the sphere of annihilation isn't clear of rain. Is it absorbing the rain?
Yeah, it's absorbing the rain. It's like.
He's thirsty.
Thirsty.
Feed the baby.
Send it into the clouds, and you just see all the clouds.
Well, there goes the ozone.
Oh no!
Oh.
Oh, where do we go from now?
I don't know, man.
Start that restaurant, they see.
Let's see. First of all, how's everyone doing? Because I think me and Das are fine.
I don't think I'm fine. Actually.
Yeah, you look like shit. How's Arashi looking?
I'm
Fine.
okay, actually.
Fine?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
I'm okay. I'm not good.
Yeah,
but I'm
Marge is
not.
just like,
I've been
I'm
worse.
peachy. I didn't even take a hit.
Ah!
I could go for another fight.
You scared me. I forgot you were here. Okay, well, who looks the worst out of all of us?
Azeo, without a doubt.
Oh, no shit, but he's not
He had
here.
a hole in his body for some reason.
Yeah, he's still being levitated. He's alive. He's
Yeah.
just
That's
he's
true.
just
Can he walk?
floating.
Not, I'll keep up telekinesis for as long as I can. What's that? What's the duration? 10 minutes.
He just flops
As you're
on the
walking and he just hits the ground after 10 minutes. Bop.
Tragic. Everybody grab a limb.
It'll be dinner later.
For the sphere, obviously, we need to feed it now.
The what?
For the sphere, we need to feed it now.
No, I don't think we do.
You've
It
taken
needs
this-
toes. Dude.
Doss is just like holding a leg, like drooling.
She's just like trying to feed him to the sphere. Like an offering.
Oh, great
And it's
sphere.
trying to eat the whole thing. You're like, no, chew. No.
Slow down.
This party's doomed.
We are.
Yeah,
We fucking
okay.
are.
I'm okay with that.
Well, I think we should get back to the Tower of Power, maybe.
Yes, they have good snacks.
I hope my car's still there.
I hope so too. I mean, we did ask Grimgus to like look over it, right?
Sure. I don't know how, reliable that is.
I mean, yeah, but it's something, maybe. We should hurry back just to be safe.
Das hops on her broom.
And gets struck by lightning.
Gets eaten by the sky.
What?
Yum.
Preparing to head on back, you guys find a trail that leads you roughly in that direction. Do you take the open roads or you take the alleyways?
I mean, the most direct route, the gargoyles are on our side, so...
Yeah, speaking
Wait,
of
is
which,
it night already?
The gargoyles.
do we see them in the sky?
Not right now.
Hmm. I need get something for that.
Das would recommend still going by the alleyway. She'd say that there still may be more hunters in the city.
Yeah.
And the storm that was, like, a little while ago, I don't know.
I mean, he showed up in that storm.
Fair enough. No?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
As it is.
You take the long-winded alleyways, keeping yourself scarce as best as possible, but forcing you to take a lot more extra time to go to the destination you seek. Eventually, you reach the library, as it's kind of like on your way there, and you pass alongside its huge kind of side alleyways, and pass into what's eventually the housing area that's kind of caved in. You rise up into it and eventually take the ladder downward and push through the alleyways on the western walls. Eventually, with time, you guys don't find anything that seems to be seeking your blood or looking to kill you with glass. The entire way is a little bit of a strange and quiet journey. I know Arashi said that he wanted to attune to his sound blade, so maybe you're kind of like...
Yeah, I'm just chilling.
Yeah, awkwardly caressing it. No, I'm kidding. I mean, you're probably just like trying to hone into it. And Jane the entire time is just trying to juggle this awkward sphere, making sure not to bump it into anyone or anything. Especially not the core of the planet.
You know, it's funny, if we had to come to get the sphere first, we could have used it like a Roomba to like sweep up the mirror shards.
you were right.
Yo, just send it at the wraith. Just send
Right.
it.
And you see invisibility, and you just see it like try to touch and... Oh no.
It's like a spaghetti noodle.
Oh, it just dies. Eventually you reach the front of the Tower of Power. You see Opal's car in the front, still getting wet from just the now kind of downpour that's coming onto Thay. And the area seems pretty clear.
It's nap time. Whoa. Opal goes in. finds a room, takes a nap.
Heading onto the tower.
She finds a room. It's the main room. She takes a nap.
The room, the master room.
Should get on top of a table and go to sleep.
I'm gonna take a nap right here.
You go up the stairs without even giving a second thought about who's where, what's when, the strange gnome. You just go straight to the room assigned to you. Get into that big dusty bed, slam onto it, hit a bunch of dust into the air, and sleep. Everyone else comes into the tavern, or the Tower of Power, milling about their own business, but there seem to be guests here.
What?
2 specifically.
What do they look like?
2 dwarves. One wearing what seems to be a menagerie of kind of like hunter's gear, keeping himself looking a little bit ominous, and the other one wearing a banner on her back and a giant backpack. In kind of like your guys' approach, she seems to be a little bit excited. She seems to be kind of like talking to herself right now, kind of like gathering her goods on her backpack.
Wait, I think I can. What does it look like she's saying? Because I have observant.
No. That's wrong, JJ. That's wrong. Then you get slapped. No, stop staring.
It's rude to stare at a lady.
As you kind of stare at this woman, she's going back and forth on her stuff. She's like, yes, customers, excellent. Okay, I've got this. Remember, you've got a sale on currently potions and ammunition-based requirements, and an extra set of stock of wood. Maybe they'll have enough money to buy some extra supplies along that. Okay. Just play it cool. They don't know who you are. Get ready for the money.
As I notice this, I'll just lean over to Dawson or Ashi and say, they seem to be merchants.
Shh, quiet, Shoga. This requires concentration. As I'm just like staring at the blade.
Wow.
Right.
And Dusk just kind of looks at the 2 dwarves, kind of looking at their goods. What kind of stuff does it look like they're carrying?
Looking at their goods, eh?
Oh, yeah. Oh.
I'll give you something good to look at.
No, she seems to be wearing a giant backpack on her back, and off of it hangs like a menagerie of things: pans, vegetables.
Is it breakfast time?
Breakfast time.
Yummy. Get in my tummy.
A little chicken on top of the backpack, just staring into the distance. She puts on her backpack and begins to waddle towards you. The constant amount of things on her back making noise as if she's carrying heavy plate. Ching, 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 ching. She walks up there. Ah, yes. Are you the adventurers from the Sword Coast?
Doss would lean over and offer a gloved hand to her to shake it.
She just walks up to you and begins to shake your hand, but with both her hands, clasping your one hand and shaking it up and down. And I guess excellent to meet you all. And she grabs her shirt and, pulls it back and forth, clearly nervous. Well, I'm sorry. I mean, my name is Henrietta Bagwhistle. And do I have a deal for you all if you're willing to partake in my goods, possibly if you even need them?
Wait, I forget, do we know a bag whistle?
Yeah, we do. Well, you guys do.
Yeah. Who's the bag whistle that we know, George? I forgot. Oh, it should be in the
I
NPCs,
think
right?
it was.
Oh, Ragnarok.
Yeah, he's what? Yeah, he's one of the original founders of Silver Sun.
He is one of the sons of the original founders of Silver Sun.
Yeah. What I meant by that is he's one of the clans.
Yeah, you've met Ragnarok Bag Whistle, which is a kind of like a jewel expert under Malakan. Or at least working for Malakan, maybe not under Malakan.
Okay. We had a bag whistle.
Oh, give me a second. I'm stupid. I've created character sheets for all this just to make it nice and atmospheric.
Oh.
Ooh, she's even got the colors.
Yeah, what is the banner that she have?
Wait, I didn't get it.
Well,
It's on roll. Tough luck. You're asleep.
You're
Oh, you're
asleep.
right.
You don't see it?
No, there you go. No, yeah.
Okay.
I think I might have accidentally closed it actually.
You're just like, get out of my way. I'm sleeping.
She even like tried to like her sales pitch on Opal and she just kept walking.
Basically.
Yeah, with the banner that she has, what's the symbol on it?
That's a good damn question. It's a bag and a whistle. No, it seems to be a beautiful blue kind of banner. Not anything crazy, but enough to hold sturdily in her back and kind of wave in a specific direction to make it completely apparent her family crest. The family crest seems to partake in a lot of dwarvish understandings, but when it comes to this one in specific, it seems to be a balance. Kind of like a mercantile balance used to check the differences in weight, if you will.
Kind of like scales.
Exactly. There we go. That's the word I was looking for. A scale.
Mm.
Surrounded in one seems to be some type of satchel, kind of placed in the background of said scale. There's small, tiny accompaniments that are clearly maybe extras or fashionable kind of like accessories to the banner. Tiny little coins and axes and different types of things, maybe exemplifying the banner and showing that she's a salesman.
Davik sort of just takes a little step back. How did you know where we were from?
Oh, a bag whistle, and she kind of like tips her nose with her finger. Always knows where to find a good customer.
Can I insight check her?
Sure. She's lying. You feel like she's hiding a little bit of information, but you don't feel like there's any malicious intent behind that lack of information.
Well, I do suppose you're the one with money. I'm going to turn in for the night.
And Doss would do a little wave and then go upstairs.
Could you, before you go, help Azael to a room as well? Because, like, I'm assuming I'm helping him walk.
She would go ahead and pass off to doing the what was that spell called again? What the fuck? I always forget. I mess it up with what's it called? Levitate. It's levitate, right?
Oh, telekinesis.
Telekinesis. Yeah, I always fuck it up with that. Yeah,
Levity.
because levitate is like level 1 or something.
Yeah. I mean, it'll
But-
get the job done.
Hell yeah, dude. So she'd do telekinesis and then kind of just fly him up there kind of fast and just kind of bump him against the wall on the way up.
Yeah, you hit him on the roof and put him back down, and
Oh,
Zero.
he will wake up. Don't worry.
he's just like, I can get to my own damn room. Damn it! As you drag him towards.
Bump, bump, bump up the stairs.
hitting his toe against every step.
But yeah, she go upstairs.
Until he loses all his HP.
With each
All
step.
according to plan.
Yeah, but you guys head off to your rooms. Henrietta gets a little nervous. She's like, oh no, I'm losing my customer base. Okay. Well, does anything interest you?
Information, maybe.
Okay, I got plenty of that. A bag whistle is willing to divulge any form of information, neutrally, of course, for the right price.
I'll ask again. How did you know where we were from?
That would require a modicum of gold. She slaps her nose again with her finger. I can't give all my secrets away, unless it's for the right price.
We'll give her 5 gold.
Ching, ching, ching. As you give her little 5 nuggets of gold. And she looks at them, tests them for a second. Yes, fine. Of good trade for information. Though, I'm not sure if you'll find it much worth, but I did take this information from my uncle.
The one that we know, right? The Regor? What is the name?
Are you asking her? Or
No, I'm asking you.
that's a good question. You don't know.
Oh, okay. We just know the only other bag whistle we know was Regorok. There you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is by name.
That what?
At least by name.
Yeah. Oh, we've never met him.
And by person, sorry.
Oh, okay. Your uncle being
Timberdeal back whistle.
Timberdeal back whistle.
Apologies. Some people like to call him Mr. D.
Mr. D.
So that we know 2 bag whistles.
3 now.
Oh yeah, you're right, 3.
They keep multiplying.
Oh no,
Mr.
it's
D.
an infection.
Of course. Huh. I don't believe we ever mentioned to him we'd be traveling east.
Oh, trust me, friends. My uncle keeps all information within his ears. Any form of extremities or any of his friends that he considers or assets that come out of his reach tend to come into his social network, if you will. He passed it on to me that you guys were coming down here, and I kind of put 2 and 2 together. I wasn't sure if you'd actually be out here, to be completely honest, but I'm excited to offer you anything that you might need necessary. And of course, I think this might be a good place to set up for future expeditions. You guys have chosen a interesting place to be. Pretty dead, to be honest, and very dangerous, but where there is danger, there's profit.
Agreed. So you're his niece, you say?
Mm-hmm.
Well, then, pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Pleasure as well.
He's been rather good to us, so
As will I.
then expect us to return the favor as well. I guess. What do you have to offer in your wares?
An excellent question, sir. And she puts her backpack on a table and begins to disassemble it, creating like several boxes to kind of pop out, flopping her satchel open and letting like a bunch of like crates fall out as she begins to break them open and kind of like set them up in front of you. A menagerie of goods, including potions, ammunition, possibly an extra spell-based components and wands.
Oh,
She
no.
kind of like flicks them about. Oh,
She's
no.
selling loot crates.
No. Gamble your luck. Gamble your
I didn't know there was supposed to be microtransactions in this campaign.
For
What a
two,
bargain.
not gold, dollars.
And then just George puts in his Venmo account.
His OnlyFans.
No. Damn it, they know.
They're on to me.
Weapons polish, modification, necessities, as well as just small menagerie of things that you might find useful in your travels. Like rope. She pulls out rope.
I always wanted rope.
You're asleep.
Get me rope. You know Opal will love some rope.
Then you get it yourself.
I'm poor.
No, Opal would like some rope.
Is that what she says?
No, she doesn't say that, but that's what B said. But she pulls out like a bunch of books, maybe good reading material or blank reading material. No, wait, that's not reading material, but that's writing-based material. If you're personally a writer, maybe a spellcaster, and maybe an extra spell book for your fancy. She looks towards you and Jane.
Actually, I was thinking of getting another. I don't think I ever bought my second enduring spell book, right? No, I didn't. Out of curiosity, what are the books that she has?
Small little stuff. Books detailing rough histories in these kind of like eastern places. History of Thay, history of the elven, friendly elven places for the mercantile kind. Let's see. Locations in the east and where to find them.
Fantastic beasts and where to
And
find them.
what?
Fantastic beasts and where to find them.
Exactly. And one more. A current codex of abominations and a current codex of abominations 1950s edition.
Okay. And whose account is the history of Thay from?
And she pulls out the book, begins to kind of like flip through the pages. A lich, a very powerful lich, specifically the lich of. It actually doesn't say. It just says a lich. Wizard Dudurandus. Not a very fluent name, but he was a wizard. Dudurandus.
Dudurandus. Interesting name. Doo-doo.
Rolls off the tongue, dude.
Yeah, I can tell why he's a wizard. He probably got fucking bullied in school. Look at that fucking wizard, doo-doo, Rhonda, bald ass.
He's standing behind you, Dust.
That's how we lost us.
That's how we lost Doss that day. That name doesn't ring a bell at all,
Oh,
right? Like
heck.
we've never seen any of his works in the library or anything like that.
You definitely remember the Doo-Doo Rondas.
We do?
No, you would.
Oh, we
but
don't.
You
Oh,
don't.
we would. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's okay. How much would you be willing to part with the history, the places in the east, and the, what was it, abominations or aberrations?
1950s edition.
1950s edition. And if you happen to have an enduring spell book as well.
Of course. Now, the Dudurondek's history of Thay is clearly a first edition. Something created by a proficient man of his time. I'll partake of that 10 gold.
Deal.
Plop, she puts it down. Now, as for the Codex 1950s edition, not a most recent edition, not very up to date, but still very rare information that you might find useful. 20 gold.
Deal.
Plop. As for places in the east, common reading material, very easy common edition. 2 gold.
Sorry, I'm writing this down. 2 gold?
2 gold.
I hand her 2 gold.
Plop. And an enduring spellbook, very good wear, leather made from the finest of animal leatheries of the Bag Whistle Network. I will drop you this fine spellbook for the cheap price of, as I look it up. She just flips through like a little booklet she has with like a bunch of deals. Current magic item prices. It's considered of the common variety. Placing it down into this tablet, she starts writing off inside of the book, making sure she's getting her gold tabulations right. During spell book. Common spell books ranging you for a total of somewhere around 50 gold, this being of the higher end variety. This would normally come up to 100 gold, but I'm willing to part with it, for 75.
What makes it different?
What makes it different? He says. What does make it different? She kind of like looks at it. And she kind of like looks through her book, enduring spellbook. What is the difference? Magical pages, magical ink, the ability to be able. Yes, and she pulls out a torch, turns it on, the fire in her eyes blazing along with the torch's fires, and then she puts it on the book. And she starts to smash the torch into it. And then nothing happens to the book. It doesn't seem to burn.
Isn't that what most enduring spellbooks do?
Yes. Different from a normal spellbook. She grabs water and puts it on the pages. Look! The water falls right off.
I still don't see exactly what makes it different.
It is an enduring spellbook. It won't age. I can't prove that to you right now, but I promise you, a lifetime guarantee, warranty. Bring it back if it ages somehow.
I think I'll hold off on that one for now.
As you wish. I don't know how many more I'll have later. She puts it back in her bag.
Yeah, I'll take my chances. Thank you, though. I did want to ask her, or I guess if like we would just know this, but I don't know, because like we've been like away from like places and shit for a while. What's the current like what month or what season are we in? Like the date and stuff? How long have we been gone, basically?
From where?
From Silver Sun.
You've only been gone like a month max. The current
Okay.
season is fall.
Okay, so we're like in September, October-ish.
Mhm.
Okay. Hmm. Okay. Does she have uh you said she had like wands and potions, right?
Mhm.
What kind?
Plunk, 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 plunk. She just pulls out a bunch of like flasks. Normal potions, greater healing potions, supreme healing potions. All for your not taste testing because you need all of it for it to work. But yes, they work. They're of the fine variety.
How much are the greater?
The greater potions are. I'll drop the price down to 100 gold.
100 gold. Yeah, okay. I'll take one of those then.
Plonk. She puts a greater healing potion in front of you.
Trying to see like if I've got anything that maybe she might want to buy.
Do you need Sphere of Annihilation?
Do you need a Sphere of Annihilation? Speaking of, how's Jane holding up with that thing?
Ooh. She's just watching it. Like every once in a while, she'll give it like a weird look. Like, are you moving? I can't tell.
Let's see.
And she pushes it back just a little bit more, just in case.
Oh wait, I did get a enduring spell book.
I think you didn't buy that second one.
Yeah, good thing, right?
You could have had a third one.
That's true too.
I haven't even started filling out the second one.
We'll get to it.
I guess talking about that, yeah, no, before Henrietta puts it away, Jane goes up. Wait, I want a spellbook, and she buys it.
Oh, okay.
And that's your goal. Grabbing the book, putting it in her backpack.
Yeah, anything else you want to get?
Nope.
Okay. I think I'm good too. Don't really have much to offer. I still have that fucking the potion of arrow slaying or whatever the fuck it is.
Drink it, I dare you.
You are a coward.
Maybe later. I don't feel like getting shit faced right now.
I've become an arrow of slaying.
And then have Joss teleport you. Not teleport you, but use telekinesis to throw you.
To throw me. You right.
Catapult.
You even better. Okay. Well, is it safe to assume you're going to be here for quite a while?
As long as it takes to make money.
I don't know what's the best place for that.
I mean, there's a lot of stuff to find.
Oh yeah, but like as if you're making it by selling stuff, that's what I mean.
Well, I mean, we did clear out most of the spooky stuff that's flying around, so we'll see how things go.
Yeah, I don't doubt adventurers will be clamoring to this area for adventure and treasure, and will be here to offer anything necessary for their travel.
So I take it if we find anything worthwhile, you might be interested in buying?
Not everything, but item to item, I might inquire.
Anything in particular that might tickle your fancy?
No. But if it's from here, it might be useful, and I might be able to sell it back for a higher price.
I'll keep that in mind.
Spells, artifacts, magical items, the works.
As we hide the seer behind.
You can't hide that. She hides it on
Put
top
a
of
sheet
the
over
table.
it.
No, my robes.
Those were 100 gold.
Man, I hope that wasn't like, attached to you or nothing, because it just pulls you in. Fucking cape style.
Oh god.
No capes. The last time a wizard had a cape around a sphere of annihilation, it did not go well.
He just found his lab empty and they were like, where'd he go?
Where did he go? Cape Caperson. He wore 3 capes at the same time. It was like a bridal gown carrying 10 feet of cape.
Yeah, and he really strong neck too. Fuck. Just...
They say the spinal fractures in his neck were great. But his fashion sense was even greater.
He just had like the thickest neck ever. Bulging with what could be muscles.
Potential. Bulging with potential. But she kind of like looks out, kind of like gathering all her stuff. Is there anything else you'd be interested in purchasing?
No, well... How much for some rope?
A fine choice, sir. A fine choice. Only the best rope for my adventures. She pulls out rope. Now, do you want magical rope or do you want like normal rope?
What does the magical rope do?
Well, there's this hempen rope I have that can be torn into tiny pieces or separate pieces, and then they can be mended together. She kind of like shows you. She breaks the rope apart and then she puts it together.
Like a magic trick.
It's like, whoa. Hiding it behind her and then grabbing her thumb and removing it and stuff like that. I also have Rope of Entanglement, a rare variety used to restrain any form of a creature or enemy that you might run into. There's also these rope of climbing. It can hold up to a average of 3,000 pounds. And the rope animates to go to a destination that you so choose, making climbing a much more easier activity.
If I had waited, I wouldn't have had to buy a fucking grappling hook. Wait, how much is it? How much are each of them?
Well, that's a good question. The rope of entanglement. A very, very rare type of thing, normally used by very high-class base hunters. I'm not gonna lie to you. Big dip in the money area, but I can barge a deal for you for around 3,000 gold.
For the tangling one?
The entanglement.
Okay. What about the other two?
As for the other two, for the rope of climbing, very, very hard thing to make, not easy to come by, but is uncommon, is seen normally. I can go for 1,000 gold for that.
For the climbing one?
The climbing one.
Okay. And then the, what was the third one? The mending rope or whatever?
It's not that much. 50 gold.
Okay. Would I get a sense that the climbing rope would be more beneficial than the grappling hook that I have?
What's the length of your grappling hook?
I don't think you gave me that.
You son of a...
Let's see.
You know what? I think the grappling hook's meant to be used with rope. So I didn't sell you rope. I sold you the grappling hook.
You scammed me!
So you know what, JJ? You know this can help you. You put the grappling hook.
Son of a bitch! I'll kill you! So what would it do with the grappling hook then exactly?
It would animate the rope and then take the grappling hook to wherever you want it without you having to make a check to toss the grappling hook.
Okay, how would that work though with like the grappling hook that I got? Because it's like the one that I got like shoots out the grappling hook, right?
Oh, it's that one?
Yeah.
No, then that one definitely has its own rope.
Oh, okay.
Flying all over the place.
Yeah, I got that one, and when I got the what's it called? The telescope. Yeah, the advanced grappling hook. There it is.
Give me a second. Just trying to think of the differences between both. I would say the grappling hook is a 50-foot range.
Okay.
Requires a dex check to shoot it where you'd like. But then after that, it allows you for a pull-up. And for this rope, no check required. Does everything for you. It's magical. And it's 60-foot range.
60-foot range. Alright. So then if I swapped out the regular rope for that rope, I could in theory just shoot it and it automatically ties itself or whatever.
Sure, but I'm going to consider that a modification, so you need somebody who can modify.
Ah, gotcha.
And
okay.
therefore opal.
Maybe I'll just give Opal the grappling hook instead. I can use the. I'll take it. How much was it? 1,000?
1,000.
Ooh. That would be 100 plat, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'll give her 100 plat.
Ching as you separate 100 plat, put it down. She checks it, counting each one. An excellent purchase, sir. An excellent purchase. And she places the rope in front of you. You will not find this rope unwanting for action.
How many pounds did you say it holds?
3,000.
3,000. Oh, Jesus.
It
Okay.
can lift my car. Wait, how heavy is my car?
If you go to 5e Tools, you can find a full description of what it does.
Oh, okay. Cool. All right, well. Thank you. Pleasure doing business with you.
No, the pleasure is all mine. Now, if any of you need anything else, I will be here for an extended amount of time with my fellow bodyguard. But beyond that, and she just starts packing up.
Yeah, and then I guess I'll head to whatever rooms they've assigned us.
Heading off, Jean heads to her more Medserm room, and everybody else has already gone into the room as Opal's just kind of like already asleep. For this night, it's just gonna pass by. Is there anything you do during the night? I know Arashi's the tuning.
I want to. I can't copy spells during my long rest, right?
For 2 hours you can.
2 hours I can't. Okay. Then maybe I'll do that. Start with some of the spells. Nah, never mind. I guess I just want to go check on Jay and see how she's doing after all this bullshit.
You kind of head over to Jane's room, door closed.
I'll knock on the door.
Coming. And then you, the door immediately opens. She's like, "Oh, Davix, what's up?"
Nothing. Easy. Just wanted to check in, see how you're doing.
Good. The orb is safe, I think. Been studying it for a while, writing a few things, though probably not anything else any other wizard has studied, but it is a weird thing to, try to control. It's kind of just there, menacingly.
Really? Mind if I see what you've got written down?
Sure.
What's
As you kind of peer through, it's just doodles. Lots of... I'm kidding. No. Of circles and demonic circles.
Just pentagrams everywhere. Hail Satan, Metallica.
And the S that everyone... No, not that cringe. As you begin to read through it, it is a pretty kind of dilapidated kind of like experience, almost like a diary kind of sorts of how to control the sphere of annihilation. It's kind of like inadequacies. It's the rough feeling she gets as she controls it. It seems to be controlled from some form of understanding of not only arithmetic but as well as whatever entity seems to have made this sphere. There's some form of will but not will. It's more brain power in that kind of sense, an understanding of what it is and weaving that very force to life, very similar to the magics that you all wield, yet this thing is continuous and infinite, and you kind of have to make that very force your own. after that point, once it's kind of like accepted your aura, it's pretty easy to kind of get used to moving it around. But there's always that kind of, to her anyways, that anxiety or that lack of trust of whether that control is going to hold any farther.
Interesting. You seem to be handling it very well.
After a few tries, it was pretty easy, but I'm just gonna still be careful around it. I don't really trust it.
Smart. Good choice. I wouldn't really put much faith in it either. Because I'm just like looking at it. But you seem to have a good grasp on it.
Yep. And she just moves it up and down.
Ah, my arm!
No!
So, what do you make of all this?
Oh, what?
Well, given our encounters with those zealots.
Oh. Well, I don't know. People just don't understand certain aspects. I mean, I don't blame the forewarned. Their history is a little shaky when it comes to the politics behind what magics caused them. Half of them enslaved by, well, most of the people that used to live in this city. The other half betrayed by the people they tried to trust. Their leaders completely executed. Considering everything, they've done pretty great, and when it comes to the zealots, it's to be expected.
Yeah. True. Though why are they so intent on getting this?
Oh, getting what?
I look over at the sphere.
They wanted the sphere?
Back in Eden.
I guess that's a good question. I always thought the witch hunters were a separate faction from the normal forewarned governments. Some of them work side by side, but both are different entities.
I used to believe that too, but after Normandy, I'm not so sure.
I wouldn't take it any different from assassins' guilds coming into kind of other people's business or some personal mercenary bands. But I'm not sure.
You might have a point there. Though I can't help but wonder why they want this.
Your guess is as good as mine. I'm not even sure why this thing was originally made, to be completely honest.
Well, given the place we're in, well, maybe an experiment of some sort, or just to prove that they could. Anyway, just thought I'd get your input. Opal doesn't really offer much in the form of conversation like you do.
Well, I don't know. Opal kind of gives a emotional kind of feel towards it, but I understand what you're saying.
Yeah. Anyway, we've got quite a few long days ahead of us. I'll let you get some rest.
Yep. Oh, and then she opens her window and then floats the orb outside. I'm gonna be leaving it over there just in case. And she closes the window.
Good call. Good call.
She wakes up in the morning and it's just wom 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 at the
Right
foot
over
of her
her.
bed.
Everything has like a circle-shaped hole in it.
Oh god. Times like these, I wish I had alarm. Yeah. I mean, I could take hold of it if you're not comfortable with it.
No, I got it, but if it makes you feel safer.
I trust your judgment.
I'll
You've
keep it
proven
for
yourself. Okay.
Well, unfortunately, you can't sleep with enemies nearby.
Badum.
And I guess I'll leave then.
Yeah, and as you leave the room, all you hear is.
I'm sure she's fine.
I'm sure she's-
Closes door.
What door? JJ?
No.
No.
With what hand?
With the one hand. Oh god. that'd be
First
creepy.
my eyes, now my hand.
Do you head off for the day?
Yeah.
The day passes along all the way into the morning. It is a new day in Thay. Arashi, you're finally attuned to the sound burrito. Azale's finally not on death's door. Opal finally's gotten her sleep. And
Okay.
Doss has pulled out the trail mix.
Munch, munch, munch.
The tail mix.
The tail-
Yes.
Oh, I feel the magic coursing through my veins.
Yeah.
That's
Yes.
the sugar, man.
Yes.
That's the person that's with Henrietta.
Oh shit. Don't want to mess with this guy.
It's like the small version of.
Zay.
Oh, well, yeah, it is.
They're brothers from other mothers.
It's pretty tall for a dwarf, don't you think?
Pretty tall for a stormtrooper. Whatever you may do during the morning, you'll find that Henrietta has set up in the main room of the Tower of Power, waiting for anybody willing to buy from her. At her side is this man, Woodrow Brasford, a bodyguard, clearly just waiting for anybody to dare cause any form of violent situation for him to temper. Grimbus kind of goes around tapping on people's doors. Breakfast! Breakfast! I got it. I got it downstairs. Everything. The cakes,
There's cake?
the eggies. Though, I warn you, I don't know where I got the eggs from, and they were huge. I only used one to prepare for all of you.
Oh.
Shit.
I do hope you saved the shells. The shells are the best part.
I'll remember that.
No, please don't.
What about the crunchy bits?
No.
So come on down. I don't got any type of juices, but I got water. I swear, it won't poison you. I didn't get it from here. Anybody who tells you otherwise is a filthy liar. He walks away.
Breakfast.
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 Yeah, how's the food look?
Looks actually pretty good. Combination of what seems to be eggs and you assume pancakes when you
Eggs
say
and
eggs?
fried. eggs and microwave steaky.
It all smells pretty good. It smells edible. Looks edible.
Jesus Christ.
Does it taste edible?
No, that's up to you if you decide to eat it.
This rope has fucking AC 20, George.
No.
What the fuck? Can I tie myself with the rope and have
Can
it
I
20
tie?
AC?
Rope armor.
Rope armor.
Okay. Good to know. Ugh. Yeah, whatever. I'll partake of the food.
The breakfast.
As you begin to eat away at the eggs, they do taste a little bit strange, but a little bit of salt goes a long way into making this a very suitable meal.
Well,
Das is
hasn't killed me yet.
seasoning.
So.
She's seasoning her eggs with the contents of her component pouch.
Oh.
It appears she's dropping bits of dried octopus onto her eggs.
Huh. Wait, can I try some of that?
Yes, just look out for the tendrils if you get a little too much in your system.
And she hands over some of the dried
But it's
Octopus.
dried.
Not once you eat it.
I don't know how that works. Okay.
It's not exactly food grade. It's more for magic use.
I would say it is both.
You would, though.
she nods.
Opal just like sniffs it like, I don't know anymore.
Come on, don't be wasteful.
You did ask her for some.
Yeah, but I was thinking like, you know, like squid and octopus. You could eat that on like a normal day. She just made me
Yes.
question it.
I mean, Dots is eating it just fine, and look at her.
The image of health.
Oh, fuck it. And she like chucks it in her egg and like scrambles it around.
Can't save.
Arashi, are you gonna eat with your fork? No, but Jane and Mordred begin to like eat very rapidly, completely consuming their food quickly, and Mordred just stands up. Okay, Jane, you promised? You promised? Let's go. And he runs outside. And then Jane follows along with the sphere.
I raise my eyebrow at her.
Experiment. And she walks out.
Wait. Are we chucking
Be
things
safe.
in that? I start following them with the eggs.
You follow him out with the eggs. Das, as you're kind of like mixing stuff, you hear like a large plate. Sorry, not that. You hear a large plate kind of like not slam, but like chink on your table. And then looking at it, you realize it's not a plate. It's Grimgus is just like, there's your eggshell.
Perfect.
Oh.
And she just grabs it and starts shoveling it down the bindings on her face. And there's bits of shells kind of stuck in it. Some of it's getting ate by the crunching noises, but a lot of it's just getting stuck in the bindings. She doesn't seem to mind though. Yeah.
Well, there goes my appetite, and I get up and follow them outside.
Thank you.
I wanted chips now.
Crunch.
Crunch.
Yum, yum, yum.
Yum yum. Eggshells. With Davix, Azael sticks around. Arashi's just like trying to figure out the powers for it, probably trying to eat with it. And let's see. And then Opal and Davix, you begin to head out. As you head out, you get the scene of like Mordred just like raising his sword, and he's just like, "For bah!" And he slaps what seems to be a tiny ball, and you realize that tiny ball is actually the Sphere of Annihilation. As it runs towards him, and he hits it like a bat and flies it towards the air, and then it stops like somewhere around 30 feet in the air, and he's like, "Ooh, that one went farther. Try again, try again, try again." Jane forces the sphere to come towards her hand. She kind of winds up back, holding it in her arm, and then juts it forward at max speed. And then again, Mordred slaps it with his sword and makes it fly up in the sky. Ooh, that one was meaty. Check it out, guys. It works.
What's her?
Impressive.
I was a little scared because this thing's been at my side for a long time, and it survived a lot of weird things. But this takes the cake.
Oh. Interesting.
Can I-
Do it again, do it again.
Yeah, and they
Yeah,
keep
while
doing
they're
it
doing-
over and over.
While they're
again.
doing it. Yeah, while they're doing it, watching, can I Arcana to figure out what's exactly going on?
As the sphere goes forward, its annihilating force is no doubt unbelievably scary to any form of mage that might study it. These two have created a awkward family activity to bring it into, as somehow Mordred's blade is able to repel the force of the Sphere of Annihilation, sending it back, clearly forcing onto it some form of, again, force. Even though whatever the Sphere of Annihilation is an intaking force, a singularity that absorbs anything within it. The portal in which creates its deadly force, or at the very least is the portal of its magnitude and power, is able to be repelled by his blade, sending it flying off every time he hits it. Where a normal blade would simply disappear and get sucked into it, there seems to be a repelling force in Mordred's blade.
Hmm.
Why are you rolling, Kuthi?
An ape walks out.
Okay. Ooh, ah.
And Doss follows it out.
Where the hell did that come from?
I tried to snack from the wrong bag again. This one doesn't taste very good.
I wouldn't know, never tried.
Oh, what is it that you're doing?
They're hitting the sphere like a baseball. Or like a ball.
Like a ball base.
Like a ball. You know those things, right? A ball base.
A ball base.
This seems like a very convenient way of using that. If you don't miss.
Mordred's just slapping the sphere around. He's like, "Man, I didn't even need you guys. I could have hit this thing all the way here." As he hits it
looks
straight
like-
into a window.
Run!
You just see the orb go through the window and then the respective roof above it, and it just goes up into the sky.
This is fun and all, but I don't think you should take that far away and then we lose it.
And Jane's like, yeah, you're right. And she just pulls it back. Jane and Mordred begin to kind of head back in. So what are we doing today, boss, huh?
Good
Yeah,
question.
are we gonna turn in the sphere? Get it
Yes,
away?
where are we going to?
we.
We.
I'm not sure. I've been having doubts about.
About how you're gonna spend your part of the million? I agree.
would too.
It's a big, it's a big thing to think about, richdom. But don't worry, as he pats you on the back. Once it's in your pocket, you probably still won't know what to spend it on, but it'll be spendable, and
We can do anything.
that's the lesson.
We can retire.
No, it's a bit more complicated than that.
I mean, money is money, so
Money is money, but this thing is pretty powerful.
I mean, so is that thing that kind of crashed through a roof.
Yeah, but we can't exactly contain and sell that now, can we?
Fair enough.
I've just had doubts considering how against magic this place seems to be.
I mean, we knew that coming here.
Yeah, but it's made itself more apparent with all the mage hunters and whatnot.
Mage hunters, says Mordred. Those guys have magic items up there, things.
Yeah.
They don't understand stuff.
Yeah, and would we want them to potentially get a hand on this particular magic item?
How are they going to control it if you need magic to control it?
We
Once you
don't know
start
what they're
bringing
capable
people
of.
to the sphere and then chucking them in it, which is, I mean, anyone can do it, really.
We don't know what they're capable of.
Oh yeah, they'll probably experiment the crud out of this thing. Probably find some way to use it in some way, maybe some form of energy capacitor, maybe generator. But as for the witch hunters, they'd probably just I don't know, pocket it somewhere, destroy it, use it as a torture device.
They find a way to use anything and anyone they get their hands on. It would be best not to give them more tools if you believe that this would be handing this directly to.
Well, that's sort of where my doubts come from. I don't know much or anything about how things work around here.
I doubt the witch hunters have anything to do with the governmental kind of buyings of Normandy and Eden, but it is what it is, a conspiracy within a conspiracy.
I'm also unsure of the government here itself.
I mean, it's not like we live here.
No, they're just at war with the place where we do live.
I mean, technically, I guess. I don't really have a house there, so.
Well, I sort of do, and so does Jane.
Jane, we could just move. Easy peasy.
Jane just kind of offers a frown. She's unsure what to choose. Jane just asked, well, then why did we come here?
Well, our original intentions was just to confirm that the item was there, but then our sudden escape from the area, we sort of brought it along with us.
I mean, I thought we were just gonna see in hopes that we found it. If we did, that's just like the biggest cash we could get right now. We already said we weren't gonna give them the library.
Yeah, but then how much
And
longer
this
until
is
they do
like
find it?
exactly. I mean, we might as well get this amount. We'll have the library for as long as, till that stops being a thing.
Mordred speaks up. They'll find the library eventually. They were gonna find it with, until we messed with those witch hunters. So, we might as well make money out of it.
Also, another way, we're kind of just making it easier for anyone else that passes through here. We weren't the first one to be sent over here.
Yeah, but we are the only ones that seem to be returning with any actual information.
I mean, you can take that as people decided not to, or people died. Likelihood, in my opinion, is that they died.
And in the likelihood that they decided not to, maybe it was for a good reason.
Fine, if you want to make sure on this whole, I don't even know, I still think, then we could hide the sphere somewhere, go check that out, and then come back if you decide, oh, it's fine to sell it.
How would we go about checking that out exactly?
I don't know, some way, just so that we can get more money.
Money won't be an issue. We can always get money one way or another.
That's like a lot of money, like in one go. Pew pew.
Yeah, but the library itself does have basically a map to other items that we could sell.
That's an approximate map.
Well, both me and the ape believe that gold is simply instrumental to the good things in life.
And she pats its shoulder.
And if you wish for greater things than gold, you must find them of your own devices.
Gold, yeah.
Don't. The only thing she heard from that sentence was gold. This ape seems more wiser than her sometimes. I just nod at him. I don't know. Das, Arashi, and Azale are the ones from the east, but I don't know how much they know about stuff from this side, government-wise and all that.
Then ask him. Your decision isn't going to be based on mine. So,
I mean, it's a factor. I will admit it is a lot of money that we're losing out on.
Think
But
about all
there are
the
worse.
cars we could buy.
There are
all
worse.
the cars.
But there are worse things than losing out on money.
I mean, it depends on your time frame.
Meaning?
Fear even worse. If they don't even use magic.
So
Just
they
like
say.
how the Western Coast couldn't figure out guns, and they said it would take them forever to figure it out. How likely would it be that they'll figure out magic a lot quicker?
Pretty likely, considering that this country used to be the
Yeah,
most
but they're
advanced
not.
magically,
But they're not right now.
as far as we
They don't
know.
use any magic. They're so against it. They have people hunting it.
They say they don't use magic, but that witch hunter did.
Allegedly, Mordred.
Allegedly. Look,
He can
I don't know.
He can call it what he wants, but that was magic.
Jane
fine,
speaks
if
of
you-
not any magic I've seen or read of.
The keeper said.
I mean, they used what, magic items? Got that pendant thing. She like takes it out and like twirls it.
Wow, 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 wow,
Mm.
wow.
Wow, 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 wow. See, you're magic.
We could slap it out of my face. I know I'm magic.
Darling, I know.
We could get some advice from the keeper. He might know more. Oh, look who's back.
Oh no.
Back from
mean-
eating your breakfast, eh?
You know me, dude. I gotta.
Try it with the eggshells.
Yeah, that gives that extra crunch.
Mm.
I don't know. Does Arashi have anything to chime in?
Oh, yes, of course.
Breakfast is delicious.
And then Azael's not here either, so.
Yeah, I have no idea how he'd go. So
Yeah, me neither.
Shoop does as Shoop wants.
Yeah.
Man, and more just like, man, I already counted my part too. I was gonna get a part, right?
Yeah.
I was. Dang.
If you came here for money, it would be unfair to those expectations not to earn some. Wouldn't that be right?
Well, we came here with
We did come here with the expectation of getting money out of
Oh,
this
yeah.
whole deal.
but we
And
didn't know
what
how much.
good-
We did. We asked.
Not
straight up
before
how much.
not before asking them. We just came to Eden asking.
No, when we got the job, we asked them, "Hey, what you
Yes,
want and
no,
how
no,
much
no.
you paying?"
That's why we were coming here though with the expectation of money, but we didn't know how much until we asked in Eden. But we were coming here anyway.
Yeah, but to get stuff. But then we have prices on things that we know would guarantee us some money. The first time we came was on the, hey, we'll find something and maybe we can sell it.
Yeah.
But these are sure prices.
Yeah, with
What
unsure
good-
consequences.
What good do you think that this sphere will have outside of their hands? Locked away somewhere. Perhaps it won't be used against anyone, but for one, I do not think that this will come up to us again, and if all things are to end anyhow, what good is it to keep this out of the hands of people who would otherwise use it? It isn't our business.
You say that until it's used against you.
And that
Yes,
goes with anything. This gun, your magic, that car.
Car.
all things could be turned against us, and we would never have a better guess at what could have been done different. It is
Having-
simply how things go.
Having things used against you is one thing, but having this sphere changed or perverted in some way by their technology is something entirely different.
well, I would call it an odd take. But aren't you a little excited to see what could be done with...
Yeah, what if they do use it for like an energy source instead?
To power what?
To power anything.
Even a weapon.
Anything could power a weapon.
This isn't just some common gem.
Where would we hide it? Jane speaks up.
That's what I'm not sure.
Well, if I could spend enough time figuring out how I could consume it, that would be perfect.
I don't know if that's a good idea.
I think I'd rather consume you first.
I think its hunger is greater.
Yeah.
A new
I
option
think
has
that's a
appeared.
question.
A new option has appeared. It's sell it, hide it, or eat it.
We've unlocked the secret option.
The secret option.
We could try. Those dwarves in the lobby. They know Mr. D.
So you want to sell it to Mr. D?
Well, hang on. Well, I mean, he's no saint, but he's never...
I mean, yeah, he's been good to us.
Yeah, he's never really screwed us over on a deal.
But I don't think he would give us the same amount. Because he needs to make a profit off of it, too.
Understandable.
At the end of the day, he might just turn around and sell it to them anyways.
May I propose another angle?
What might that be?
If we do intend to keep it, we draw more attention to ourselves. If there are others out there looking for witches and for this item, it makes us a double target, high priority.
Yeah, you've got a point there. That's why I don't want to keep it on us.
And then all of a sudden the sphere talks.
Why are you guys trying to sell me?
I just want to be free.
You guys don't like me?
Thought we were
When I get a
friends.
say in this.
You want to get rid of me?
What does the young wizard think?
I'd say get rid of it, because we could lose control. I could lose control of this anytime. And I feel like any of us could too. Well, if we do
I mean,
keep
I
it,
can't hold it.
we could maybe look for one of those talismans to make it easier to control.
So you want to keep it?
I mean, it's always a possibility. I don't really care.
Well, it is always fun to put a sizable fuck you in the face of... Even if it would mean to draw attention to ourselves. Well, it is much easier to do in numbers than it is to do as one. Perhaps we could find information on where to find such a talisman at the library.
So another quest to find something else.
I mean, that's kind of what we do at this point.
And the bag whistles, they do not wish to purchase the sphere?
They procure certain items, but we haven't brought this forward to them.
Do you, George, out of character, has Arashi ever met a bag whistle before?
No, but you have heard of them.
What have I heard about them?
They are one of the biggest Western sellers, mercantile-wise. Their wares go all the way to the Far East, ranging in a menagerie of elemental gems for the rich, as well as interesting magical trinkets that people use every day, such as Bag Whistle's new spinny spoon that stirs your soup automatically.
I want that. I need that in my life
As
now.
Henrietta comes out, huh? Sale?
So,
Actually, I might go
spinny
back and
spoon.
get some toast. Sold.
Look, it tosses your salads for you.
I hate salads.
It doesn't do that.
She just has all these like back sale fidget spinners, and she's just please, please, please buy them.
Police.
I need to get rid of it.
Oh, dude, like those people who sell you stuff at parades and they're like waving around like glow sticks. Like, wow, $5? Yeah, I'll take one. I've always wanted an off-brand lightsaber.
That breaks like 10 minutes into using it.
You turn it on, it just falls apart.
All sales are final, no refunds.
It's written on the toy.
But yeah, that's what you've heard of them mostly. Le
Okay.
Bag Whistles.
Shogun, I believe procuring a possible price from them would be suitable.
We did. The thought had crossed our minds, though
Yeah.
we might not get as much as Opal stated.
Yes, but traveling aside, we won't have to go back to Eden.
I mean, honestly, the distance to get it there would be longer. I don't think we can take it on a train either.
No, well, he means sell to Henrietta.
Yes, and she can deal with the logistics of it.
Yeah, because it's true.
But why would she buy something she can't transport?
Merchants are strange people. A deal is a deal.
And I'm sure they've got some sort of mage under their employment as well. You could just see for a price from her. Because he does bring up another point, getting it back to Eden in itself would be troublesome.
I mean, Jane's been doing pretty good moving it around so far.
Wow, 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 wow.
Then Morgan can just basically chuck it wherever he wants.
Yeah, but if we get a decent price for it right here and now, we can just rid our hands of it.
What would we consider a decent price considering what we were offered?
We don't have a lot of gold, so
But we can have more.
what will you do with more gold? Open?
More rope.
More.
I want to hang myself from a really long tree.
We could buy anything we want.
I'm sure we will all be content with a suitable amount of gold, but more is unnecessary.
I disagree, but
Well, are you going to go ask? Would you like the ape to go with you?
Oh,
Are you shy?
I think I can handle this. though I might need Jane to accompany me so we can present the item in question. I guess I'll start making my way in.
Wop, wop, wop. As you head on inside with Jane, Henriette is just kind of like sitting there on a chair, counting away at her coins. Ah, Master Davix, how can I help you if you need any help? Maybe some wares? Did that book fancy your eyes?
I haven't had the opportunity to peruse it yet, but I actually have a potential proposition for you.
Well, shoot.
We know that Mr. D likes to procure unique magical items.
He does have a pretty big collection that he likes to sell here and there.
What if I were to tell you that we might have something he may be interested in?
Well, I would be fascinated to try to urge you into some type of arrangement. I do always enjoy finding things my uncle might get attached to. The profit margins would be off the roof.
Yes, I would say so, especially with an item like this. So, are you willing to hear us out?
You have my ears.
I'll motion over to Jane to like bring over the sphere.
Wow, 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 wow. She brings it slowly, kind of like edging it in front between the both of you, and kind of like showing it to her.
Yeah. Try to keep your distance from this. It's a bit powerful.
Oh, what is it?
It is known as a sphere of annihilation.
I see, and she opens up a booklet and begins to another sphere. No, I don't have anything on a sphere, and she puts a book away, pulls out another one, sphere. A new item. And what is its purpose?
Well, as it states, it annihilates things. I'll take a piece of paper from like one of my books and hold it over the sphere.
Sit, sphere, sit.
Sit. Bark.
Roll over. Annihilate.
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 Bop it.
Twist it.
Kill it. The paper immediately just gets obliterated inside. It's kind of like a epicenter. Her eyebrow kind of like goes effective. Does exactly what it says. Seems like a very important. I know. I must. Yes. And she pulls out a very old book, throws off a lot of dust from it, and begins to open it up. And she kind of like looks into the book. Yes, a sphere of annihilation. Oh boy, only those understanding the arcane. A legendary item, rare find. Exactly what I expected out of Thay. Yes, we can make an arrangement for this.
Okay. What do you propose?
My uncle would definitely be interested in this type of thing, at the very least as a showcasing item. Plus, we're putting it in front for all his guests. Ooh, he might even put it in one of his main manors. Yes, yes, yes. I can make a good profit from my uncle, or get a few favors off of him. The potential, the potential. You are good friends of my uncle. I think I can do... Ooh. She begins to kind of like go to her money bags and kind of like open them up. Okay, some here. No. But today's profits weren't that great, but this item could turn everything around. How's 100,000 sound?
That's a bit low, don't you think?
Low? Oh. No, that's pretty high.
We were offered $1 million, right? I'm not remembering that wrong.
Yes, we were offered 1 million from Eden.
Huh. 100,000. I don't know. We do have another offer.
Another offer?
Yes.
From my
But we
uncle?
decided not from your uncle, from another buyer.
Another buyer.
But knowing of your uncle, we thought you would be a more trustworthy buyer.
Oh yeah, yes, I definitely would be. Delivery costs, chances of moving it. As far as I can tell, I'm gonna need to hire some form of mage in order to move this thing to begin with, and then I have to get it to my uncle. It's a pretty long way there. No, I think my offer stands.
What would that offer be if we potentially delivered it ourselves?
Telling rough expert-based costs, the hourly wages, rough travel. Let's see, roughly. She pulls out a map. Journeying to Thay, 420 miles, 750 miles. We're on 1,000 miles going to Oasis, taking through towards the Plain of Standing Stones, possibly a walking fee, hopefully. Fast day delivery going all the way towards Concord, and then my uncle's place of delivery. I can raise the price to somewhere around 350,000.
This begs the question of why the other buyer might want this a lot more than you would.
They must see something very specific in it that they specifically enjoy. Maybe they can see the profit margins in their minds, and whatever they intend to plan for it is pale in comparison to the money that they're about to offer. As for me, this is the best I can offer. My uncle won't accept any more from this. I'll be making a very small profit from this, but a profit I will make, and that is something that I do seek right now.
So 100 to buy it, 300,000 for
350.
350 to deliver.
250 to deliver on top of the 100.
Oh, on top of course. 350 total. This is quite a dent from our other offer. I will need to speak with my associates, of course.
Speak as you may. The offer stands, I think, maybe. It is a lot of money.
Yes, understandably so. Excuse me. And I'll walk back out.
So?
They're interested, but not as much as Thay,
How much?
as you suspected. Can go anywhere from 100,000 to 350,000.
So not even half. And what's... Wait, why is that a huge difference between...
The 350 would mean us delivering it to Mr. D himself, which would be roughly the same trouble we'd have to go through delivering it to Eden.
It actually be longer. Significantly longer.
Eh, I need to think. Yeah, proportionately, the price difference does make sense. Mr. D and his niece are private buyers.
Mordred kind of looks at you. You guys must have a lot of money to be kind of like differentiating these prices.
I mean, it is a good deal difference in money that we're getting, that we each be individually getting.
Yeah, which makes sense. Because Mr. D is his own proprietor versus the city of Eden. Give me. Oh. It's a difficult decision to make.
I mean, I'm for giving it to Eden.
Well, that does sound like a vote to me, says Mordred.
Yeah, but you don't really seem to put your I don't know, your I don't even know what the words I'm looking for are. You don't tend to have allegiances in any place.
And a good ideal to have. Keep your friends close and your enemies the hell away from you. Or at the other end of your sword. And or wand. And or dagger.
Your preferred weapon of
Preferred
choice.
weapon of choice. Sphere of Annihilation.
Sphere of Annihilation.
Listen, boss. The the implications of selling this sphere, you know, if it eases your conscience, sell it to your friends, the bag whistles here. And I mean, let's be real. They really want that sphere. Someone's gonna give it to them for $1 million. Could be you. Could be someone else.
Yeah, could be a while before they get one though.
How many of those, were around here? We counted, I remember, like 9 in that book. Somewhere around there.
Wasn't it only like 2?
9 to...
What's the difference?
What? I mean, they'll find it. They're gonna find the library, then they'll find the sphere.
And in a way, we kind of just made it easier.
How so?
I mean, we cleared up a good amount of things. Well, I mean, the gargoyles.
We've
I
cleared
think
up
we read
2
about it for
buildings
myself.
We've cleared
2 buildings, still 2 buildings.
out of the entire city.
Fair
The
enough.
gargoyles may not be a problem, but the undead and the shadows still are.
Hmm.
The oracular
Guess
was
so.
in one building, which, albeit, is open for business. But who's going to come to Thay to stay in an inn?
Yeah, the keeper doesn't really seem privy to non-magic users.
If you're so eager to make money, we can still sell to the bag whistle and search for another sphere, but I would prefer to just move on.
Which brings us to another question. What then?
One step at a time, one step at a time. We have one thing to do, and then we can decide after we have, whatever profits we may have gotten.
I'll look over to Jane and kind of like pull her aside from the group.
You mean
Do
you
you
pulled
really?
Jane and the sphere? No, I'm kidding.
and we keep going.
And keep walking away.
um, do you think it's not a bad idea to sell to Eden?
That's a hard one. I know those witch hunters aren't any good. Putting it in their hands might not be the best idea, but I'm not sure if it'll go into their hands. It may have been a bad idea to clear Thay anyways,
Yeah.
But I kind of don't see any problem with it right now, anyways. I'm not sure.
I nod. Yeah, me neither. But I wanted to hear your thoughts on it, because right now, I trust you the most. Opal's a bit money hungry, so whenever she says anything like that, I immediately think it's a bad idea.
I'd sell it to the bag whistles.
Really?
I mean, we get money and we trust him. Or you guys trust him. I don't really know him.
We trust him enough. I nod. Okay. Ah, Jesus. Let's see. So it's
As you kind of finish up your conversation, Mordred, of course, notices. He says, have you decided, boss? Shall we put it to a vote, or do you have a decision?
yeah. I'm trying to do some math right now. 5 of us, 6 with Jane, 7 with Mordred, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's enough.
Enough is relative.
That's enough. 100K splits 7 ways is 14K. 14.2K. I think that's enough for everybody.
Enough is relative.
I mean, we can put it up to a vote, but I just want to get rid of it now. I say we just sell it to Henrietta.
Jane speaks up. I vote for that too. Selling for Henrietta.
I already casted my vote.
Azale's just like, I don't care. Sell the damn thing.
I trust your judgment. We sell to the small one.
Margaret's just like, I like the sound of a million, so I will say Eden is the best place for the sphere to go.
So that's... Wait, what? Azale's neutral, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So that's
it's
3
to 2.
3 to 2.
3-2. DOS?
Sorry, my cousin just stopped over.
Tell him
He was telling me about. I gave him a bunch of watercolor paper. He was telling me about what he painted. So what we talking about here?
Voting.
Same thing.
We're voting.
Yeah, 1 mil
One
to
mil.
Eden or selling to the dwarf.
Yes.
Yeah, right here and now.
For 3.
Uh,
Wait, are we just doing the
Austin
100
asked-
now or the 350?
I mean, we can discuss that, but I kind of want to get rid of it. I'm good with just the 100K.
I'm cool with either. I mean, it depends on what we need to do next, right? Because if we
Yeah.
sell to her at the end of the day, we're already gonna go back.
Yeah, well, we
Silver
still
Sun, then.
don't know.
Yeah,
where
that's what
we're
I'm saying.
going.
Like, if the plan is to go back that way, back west, then
Yeah.
we might as
And
well
we
go
can-
deliver it and make 250,000. But if we're gonna keep going east, it's like, yeah, well, it's 14K in our pockets, and we just walk away.
Yeah.
Dawes would say that she couldn't really give a shit about the money because she doesn't really consider any of that hers. But she is kind of interested in traveling that way as opposed to staying here for pretty obvious reasons.
No cut for DOS. Deal.
Awesome.
Ooh.
More money for us.
Nah, yeah. Nah, DOS did help a lot. So,
That's good.
DOS good.
That's
Okay,
not
so
good
then,
from my pocket.
so that's 2 neutrals, 2 for Eden, 3 for Bag Whistle. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess so.
Then I guess we saw the Bag Whistle then. Question is though, do we want to go take it ourselves or
Do you have more business to the east?
west? Oh, east. I don't really know. We didn't really have much of a plan before coming here. And I look at
I-
Opal.
Just shrugs.
Is there anything else you search for in the library of magic items? Maybe we can find things that are towards the west, so it makes the journey a bit more worthwhile.
West of Thay?
West of Thay, back towards your associates' property.
Yeah.
So when we get back, you can possibly sell things for more money. I'm sure this would entice you. Opal.
Wait, but these would just be magic items that are common in the West Coast. Not common, but
Yeah, we could look for higher grade items. They still fetch a pretty penny.
I mean, we found something that we can sell for 100,000. If your associate was nearby, possibly just 350 easily. I'm sure we can find items of that quality that have been hidden away by wizards.
Yeah. I guess the question is, do we want to deliver it to Mr. D ourselves?
I mean, it does get us more money, but I mean, I have like a car now.
That's
I
true.
have the only, and like the beautiful sapphire. The only issue being, remember that last time we crossed the desert?
But
Yeah, I
you
don't.
mean the
Yeah,
wait?
I don't
What?
know if
What?
I could. The zombie
Oh,
things.
the undead.
I mean, it's possible I could just outrun them, but
Well,
there's that could still be an issue.
I mean, we were fine. We just drew attention to ourselves, if you recall.
Yeah, but the car makes more noise than a carriage.
Then we
And
just,
like I said, we could outrun them, but
yeah,
just
we
I'm
just keep
just
going.
bringing this up as a possibility. We wouldn't be taking the safe like
I mean, at least,
railroads.
yeah, at least through the
What if we
desert.
bought a train? See, if we had a mill, we could have bought a
I
train.
don't think a mill can buy a train. But
I want a train
regardless,
now.
whether we're moving through the desert with possibly undead, we're still in a city. We've been staying in a city full of them as well.
I feel as though the
Yes,
undead in
that's
the
true.
desert are not as dangerous as the ones in Thay.
Yeah.
Look, man, last time that was spooky.
No, yeah, and I almost died.
You and Naz.
Yeah. Where is he, by the way? Who
Ooh,
cares? He's
ran
probably
off.
dead.
He's probably dead.
No, but yes, me and Naz almost died, but we pulled through.
I mean, if I remember, you did die, and then you kind of just showed up again. So.
Oh, that was just for fun.
Right.
That was a little prank on you and
Mm-hmm.
the rest.
Sure.
Hey, it was Naz's idea, not mine.
Hmm. Looks at you suspiciously.
I mean, you and him were always sort of playful like that with each other, weren't you?
Hmm. Anyways.
Ew.
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 I mean, I'm down for always getting the max amount of money.
So deliver it.
I guess so.
Okay. And then let
Oh,
me see.
and then I can add in more features to my car, and maybe I can run over zombies.
That's true too. And you'll have more money too. And we would get, I'm assuming we would get the 100K right now and the rest upon delivery. I'll have to see. I can speak terms with her, but maybe we can even get a little bit more if we get one of those talismans so we can better control
I
the
mean, we
sphere.
might as well while we're here.
Yeah, before
As
we
long as
take
we don't
off.
have to go back to that office place. I don't even think that place exists anymore.
I probably not. Hmm. Gets me to wonder if Steta even took that thing down. Ugh. Okay, let me go. I'll walk back in to the tower.
Walking back in, you see normal sight. Just
Wait.
Hmm.
Try to get a down payment to that extra transport fund.
Gotcha.
Henrietta sitting next to Virgil, kind of just talking it out. Grimgis going around slapping windows with his broom, trying to dust things off. And then all of a sudden you hear somebody seems to have used the teleportation circle and gone on through. Kind of begins to look around. He's carrying a bag, a young human man.
Does he look familiar at all?
Not at all.
Any sort of like indications towards where he's from?
No. He does seem to be wearing a lot of forewarned garbs. Baggy waggy pants, clothish long jackets, jacket. Sorry.
No, multiple jackets.
I guess I'll go over to Grimgus and say, how many people do you know have access to the circle here?
Not many. But if they walk through into my manor on the opposite side, they can see the sign and basically lets them on through. Give me a second. And begins to waddle over to the guy. What do you want? You paying for place here? Oh, hello, customer. We have beautiful rooms here in Thay. Are you willing to stay? And the guy says, no. I'm looking for Davix Dremiel. I don't know a Dremiel. This is an establishment, sir. We sell rooms here, not people. That's
Well.
over there. So go away. Shoot. And he begins to hit him with a broom.
Is he like actually smacking him out?
Yes. Towards the teleportation circle.
Wait.
No, I already checked him for money. He doesn't have it. He doesn't want to give it.
Yeah, but
Grim
I think he's... What do you want with Davix Dremiel?
Yeah, I'm here to kill him. No, kidding.
Not again.
I don't know. Never heard of him.
Never heard of him. Fuck that.
Never heard of it.
He pulls out a letter from his bag and he says, I got a message. Gotta send to him. Guy paid me a pretty penny to get this letter towards you.
What man?
Arthur. That's all it says, Arthur.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Yep, there you go. Have a nice day. Can you send me back? And Grim's like, fine. Snaps his fingers and the guy teleports the opposite side.
Poof. Teleports him to the wrong place. I'll open the letter.
Looking inside, you find a menagerie of writings, all in awkward orientations. Some of them left aligned, right aligned, upside down. But you get the gist of the order in which you have to read it. Yo, Davix. Hope you're having fun in South. I was able to get my friend back home, and now I am starting a new adventure. Heading up Eden, pretty cool place. Looking to go north. Ya down to go. Arthur Hart.
Oh. Shit.
P.S. Cool enemies to fight. Lots of fun to be had.
I'm gonna...
Treasure question mark.
XOXO.
XOXO.
Yeah. I'll just like put my fingers up to my temple like Professor X style and cast Sending and say to Arthur, shit, I need to like count this out. Got your letter. Heading to Sword Coast for a bit. We'll catch up with you when we can. This is Davix.
This is dead.
P.S. This is dead.
And then as you send it, you feel something come back. This is Arthur. Yay. Can't wait. Gonna be waiting here for a few days. Okay, bye.
Let's see. How much was Sending again? 3. Okay, I'll cast it one more time. And I'll just say, Uh, be careful there. Stay safe. We'll try to keep in touch.
Safety is not my middle name, but I will try.
I'll just chuckle to myself at that. And I'll put the letter away. Before looking at it and thinking, I need to work on his penmanship. And then I'll go over to Henrietta.
Ready to give me my orb? Kidding. I'm still waiting. The deal is still open.
Okay, well, we're willing to negotiate terms. The amount is fine, though we would like some of it up front for the delivery cost. For expenses, of course, you know, travel and whatnot.
I can give you the amount for the orb, but I cannot give you the delivery fee until I have received it.
Not even a small percentage of the delivery fee?
Considering how volatile it is, I'm going to have to decline.
That brings me to our second point. I don't suppose that book of yours also mentions that there are talismans to control such an item.
It does.
What if we were able to acquire one?
I could give you a small amount of money for said talisman.
How much?
Well, she begins to kind of like wade through it. I think an extra 50,000 could do.
50,000. So in total, we could get 400k, right? Okay. Okay, that should suffice then. Will you still be here for quite some time?
I may move about considering this purchase, but for the next few weeks I should be here.
Okay. In that case, we will be searching the city for the talisman, and we'll be sure to stop by before we head out to deliver it.
Sounds good.
Okay, and I'll head back out to the team, I guess, to the group. Okay, she says she's willing to give us an extra 50k up front for the delivery cost if we have the talisman in tow.
Now just a little bit more of that transport cost.
No, considering how, when I do air quotes, volatile it is.
We got the fucking sphere. I think we've proven ourselves on that front at least.
Yeah, but we don't know. I guess they're unsure of our thoughts about transportation. But at least we can get it up to an even 400,000. Safe to say everyone's good with that?
I guess so. So I'm guessing back to the library to find that talisman.
What was it you said? Isn't that what we do now?
Yup.
Yeah,
To the
and I'll start.
Opomobile.
To the-
So, Jane kind of comes up. Am I leaving the sphere here? Are we bringing it for some reason?
Oh no, well, I don't feel comfortable leaving it with the people we're gonna sell it to.
You could leave it at the safe house.
That's true too. Though I feel like it's. Maybe we can talk to Grimgus about leaving it with him. Some sort
Or we
of.
can also ask the gargoyles if we bump into them.
That's true too. Which
It's
reminds
only
me.
temporarily.
Yeah, thank you for reminding me. We need a more direct way of contacting them. Oh, wait a minute. Would sending work on the gargoyle since we've met them, George?
Yes.
Ooh, okay.
Phone the gargoyles.
Beep beep.
Beep boop bop boop.
Gargoyles do seem a bit more put together than Grimgus, so that's true. Though I don't think they have any like base of operations.
I mean, we could just put it at the safe house. Ask the gargoyles to guard it for us for a bit, and then we'll come back.
Okay. Fuck, what was the name that we gave?
Kevin.
I don't think it was Kevin.
No.
Ray, what was the name that you gave him?
No, I posted it in chat.
Yeah, I'm trying to look for it.
I know one of the gargoyles was Little Timothy.
Little Timmy.
Little Timothy.
Ashlar.
Ashlar. That's the
Yeah.
main one that was talking to us.
Aslar.
Aslard. Okay. I'll put my fingers up to my head again and cast sending. Jesus Christ, I've already spent 15 spell points, you fuckers.
Another nap time.
Another nap time. And I'll connect to the main one that we were speaking to, I guess. The quote unquote leader of them, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And say, Ashlar, we have a favor to ask of you if you are willing to meet with us at the Tower of Power. That's all I get back.
Yeah.
We hear his cell phone ring and he's like around the corner. Ugh. Oh, by the way, and I'll like hand Opal the rope of climbing.
Oh, rope.
Yeah, I got you that. So
Yeah.
no more whining about not having rope.
Rope is always useful.
Yeah, except this. Try to be careful with this one. It's a bit more. It's magic rope,
Ooh, what are you gonna do?
and I'll like start fucking. What can I do? I think it's like
Okay.
mental commands. Yeah, bonus action. You can command the other end to move toward a destination you choose. That end moves 10 feet on your turn when you first command it, and 10 feet on each of your turns. Yeah, so you can control where it goes and like it ties itself and shit.
Ooh. Does that include other people?
No, that's a different rope. That one was worth more.
Oh.
I'll be back. I have to do something real quick.
Okay.
Like 10 minutes.
Bye.
Okay, goodbye.
Bye forever.
I'm the DM.
Oh no, leave immediately. Bye.
Hey, you've had me as a DM. I'm a delight.
It was too short to really be sure.
I'm a delight. Speaking of which, we should see if Alex is down for.
We asked her last time.
Well, yeah, but like now that like
Never. Now that everyone's available.
yeah, basically, you know,
Yeah. Wait, what's the name? Rope of tying.
rope of climbing. I'll send you the
Oh.
link.
But it like ties things.
Yeah, it's that one. The other one was the rope of entanglement. I guess it's just like the strength of the rope itself.
It sent me to nowhere.
Really?
You lied to me. Yes.
F.
I
My
mean, it
bad.
sent me to like 5e, but like
Oh,
there's no item.
just type in rope of, and then it'll like pop out.
It's weird though.
Yeah. It even says like rope of climbing in the link.
It's not letting me.
Here, I'll
Oh, let me just look at it. Oh, I went back to the main.
I'm just gonna. Let's see info.
No, no. Oh wait. Oh, there it is.
It's an uncommon rope.
I'll be right back.
I think this is the most productive breakfast we've ever had. No, no one agrees.
Munch, munch.
Crunch. You fool, you missed the crunch. Dot hasn't been to the west, right?
I mean, you could ask.
Das, have you been?
Does get the fuck out of here.
Das. Das, not good.
The ape's just fucking staring.
He's
Yeah,
probably
can we have this as our party member instead? Fuck.
probably like the third smartest of us.
He's just sitting there with a he's just got like glasses on. It's like,
Yeah, Mao.
oh, no, that's Basil.
That's Professor Basil to you?
You're right. Oh no, is that Spanish TV?
Oh, sounds like it. No, wait, I think it's English.
Oh,
Oh yeah, why didn't you just have Davix identify the sword for you, Ray?
Oh. I mean, I haven't finished my thing, so yeah, I could do that.
Wait, I thought you already attuned to it because of the long rest.
Oh, did we long rest, dude? I just got back.
Yeah, oh yeah, we got back. Everyone went to long rest. I spoke to because when we came back, there were people at the tower. So I spoke to them. Turns out she's a bag whistle selling shit. And then that's when all like the debating started about what we should do with the orb.
Okay.
So yeah, you're probably already attuned to it. I think you were busy when George had said.
Yeah, I've been AFK a lot. I've been going downstairs to go help out with some stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I guess when George gets back, I'll ask him what the sword does.
Yeah.
Dude, you missed breakfast, bro. You missed breakfast.
Yeah, what?
Yeah, one of the most productive breakfasts we've ever had.
It was absolutely scrumptious. Oh no, you were there for the you were alive at that point. Because you did say something about mixing some eggshells into your eggs. And those are the words of a man who is very present.
A man with impeccable taste.
Ah, yes.
Sophisticated palate.
A man who knows a thing or two about mouthfeel. We're gonna say those words again.
Time for that ASMR stream.
Oh, stop.
Oh man, George is streaming this and he's not here.
Yeah.
We could get a band. And he wouldn't know. I wonder if he even paused it. Let me check.
Let's see. No.
No, he
No.
didn't.
We are live.
Man, he trusts us too much. He just comes back and he's banned on Twitch. This is some pretty intense music. Not gonna lie.
We're gonna die soon.
It approaches.
Very intense breakfast. This is the music for how your tummy feels after a breakfast like that.
You can gamble in Animal Crossing.
You can gamble anywhere, let's be honest.
You're right.
You left the stream on, and now you're banned on Twitch. Oh, he didn't even hear me.
Are you guys trying to get me banned from Twitter?
Motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yes.
We've had it, George. We're on strike.
Okay, what are you guys gonna do? Go to the library?
Yeah.
Wait, no.
Oh,
we're-
to the
we're gonna-
Opalmobile.
The
Yeah.
Opalmobile.
Ba-da-da-da.
What about the orb? Are you bring it?
Yeah. Well, like the
The
whole
library?
thing. No. We're taking the orb to the safe house and asking the gargoyles if we can.
The
Right.
gargoyles.
Oh,
We're gonna
right.
ask the gargoyles.
I just called the gargoyles, that's right.
Ring, ring, hello.
And what did you say?
That we need a favor if they're willing. to meet us at the Tower of Power?
I shall come at once. You hear, get repeated back.
There it goes.
Yeah. He's
Bad reception.
no, he's coming.
In time, with like 10, 15 minutes, you eventually see 4 gargoyles rise above. 3 of them perch on top of the Tower of Power. And Ashlar
Yes, right.
crashes to the ground, just pow.
Yeah, Ashlar.
Okay.
And he stands tall above you. What do you need from us?
We require guarding of an object, if that's possible, just for a little bit.
It's like house sitting, really.
Yeah, it's a bit volatile to move around, so we'd rather not bring it along with us.
We can guard this artifact for a time.
That's all we ask. How far is the house from here?
It's like 2 blocks.
Okay, yeah. We are going to stow it away inside a vacant home that we've been using as a base of operations. Can we trust you to keep an eye on it?
We shall keep an eye on this artifact or item that you speak of, and we will inform you of any intruders.
Perfect.
Cool.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
thank you.
And I guess we'll go stash it somewhere in the house.
As you all get inside the vehicle, I'm assuming?
I mean, we can just go and come back real quick.
I mean, why do you not want to be in my car, JJ?
Well, I mean, we don't need everyone
Why?
to go.
Why?
No, I'm going, but like, we don't need everyone to go.
What do you gotta go up my car, huh?
It's dingy and it stinks.
Well, it was used because you didn't help me buy a car.
It smells like cigarettes.
Nobody smokes.
Cigarettes. So you just make your way there with Jane?
Yeah, no bull if she's gonna chauffeur us.
Room.
knows
I
how
just
to
want to
drive.
drive for a bit.
Beep, beep. You bring out the car. Davik sits in the front, Jane gets in the back, and she sticks her hand out as she controls the orb. Okay, I'm ready.
Just, I'll like lean over to Opal, go slow. I don't know the range on that thing.
Wait. Can you like move it to the side so that I can use it like if I'm driving close to something, it just goes whoop. Yes.
What do you mean?
Like,
She
let's
wants to
just
drive her
take
car
all of
into
the
the.
fence.
You
Ooh, that too.
You want to
Put it
drive
in
your
the
car
front
what?
and then just like.
Well, if
Right, no, that might be hard if you
yeah,
push it.
if I put it in the front, it could go through the car and then into the, driver area.
Yeah.
And the engine.
Oh, that goes there with that plan. But what about the side?
I have it right here as she holds her hand out.
Okay, keep it there. I'm gonna try to get rid of some fences.
Wait, but- Don't we need the fences for the house?
I'm not gonna take it from the house. Just,
Oh,
just
just-
on our way there. Just to test it.
And you wonder why I don't want to come into your car.
Well, I just got it. I need to find out what it does. What I can do.
Yeah, everyone's waiting for you. Opal's you.
Yeah, get on the car. Vroom, I go.
Vroom towards the house. 1 block. 2 blocks, and you try to perform what you had said?
Yeah, just on the block before the house. I don't want to hit the house.
The block before the house, Jane holds the orb just a distance away from the car, and then you gather closer towards things there. All of a sudden, the orb begins to absorb everything along the way, just going and just creating like a hole of just annihilation along the way as everything is cut in half. The orb goes up and down fences, cutting them in half as everything falls apart, sucking up mailboxes and birds and cats and everything along the way.
Ah, that was fun. See, now we know. Just have to drive next to things and.
We kind of already knew that.
Yeah, I know. But it's like practice run. Right, Jane?
You just look at Jane and she has like all this debris on her. She's like, yeah, sure.
I'll do prestidigitation to like clean her up.
Pop. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, but if we get closer to the house, she'll like move off. So it's not.
Jane edges the sphere in front of her, walks towards the house, and then just places it at the center of the corridor. Is there any place you want to put it, Davix?
Ooh. Can we can hide it in that secret compartment we found.
She bounces up and down. You're right. She starts heading upstairs.
What secret compartment?
Shh, quiet, you're not part of this.
What? I want to know.
Remember when we found those books that you were calling us nerd about?
Yeah, because there were nerd books.
Yeah, they were magic books hidden inside the compartment in the wall.
You sure it won't eat the wall?
One way to find out.
Fair enough.
She goes towards the room, flicks something in order to open that small compartment. Then she slowly pushes the orb into it. Nothing happens. Perfect. Then she goes back, closes the secret hole. Click. Nothing.
Open it and check it's still there.
It's one of those magic things.
It's a
It's there. It's not there.
Schrodinger.
The Schrodinger hiding hole.
Ew.
Yeah, I mean, you open it up, it's still there. You close it, it's still there.
Open it again. No.
Open it just in case.
One more time.
Just in case. Oh, okay, well, I guess that works.
Okay. Jane looks at you. What now?
To pick up everyone else and then to the library?
You want to take your vehicle to the library?
I mean, I'm kind of do. I mean, I bought it. I'd love to drive it around more.
No, yeah, I understand.
With its new engine. Oh yeah, George, can I just have put that in already?
What?
Yeah.
A new engine?
No, not the new engine, the sphere. Not the sphere, the sapphire.
Oh, you put the sphere inside.
No.
Easily.
It's just like, this is taking quite a while to consume.
Like a glove. So you want to attach the new sapphire?
Yes.
That's a big sapphire.
Yes.
What kind of sapphire was it again?
The biggest boy.
The biggest we've ever seen.
How many charges did it have?
I wrote that down. Let me see if I can find it.
Yeah, it was the one that the keeper gave us.
Mm-hmm.
10 charges.
10
No.
charges.
Yeah, let's go with 10 charges. No, I'm lying, George. I can't. It's 5 charges.
There's no such thing as 5 charges, so you're probably right with 10.
Really? I wrote down 5.
There's no such thing as 5. There's no way
Okay.
it's 5. Let me pull out my book real quick. Do. Books. Yeah, it is.
20.
Oh, there is
20.
5 charges. You were right. Huh.
Oh, but
How
you
many?
said 10, so now it's 10. Thank you, George.
No. It's Okay.
15.
It's because it has D10 power though.
Yeah, I think that's what I got mixed up because I wrote D10/5 charges.
Yeah. Whoops. I could have sworn it was 10.
Can it just be 10?
No.
7.
Aww. 7? Yeah, I'll take 7.
Yeah, but you remove the little apparatus. Mind you, that little apparatus makes the gem so much more potent and energy efficient. Removing it.
Wait, I never installed that.
Yeah, you had the old one. Remember, it came with a battery and it's in a little cylinder.
Oh, but no, she took it out for her board, I think.
Yeah, because I was sharing it between a board and the.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was in your board right now. Or
Yeah,
wait.
I don't think when I bought it, I don't think it had one. No, it did, but it was like worse than the one I had on my board, so I just decided to switch it back and forth.
With in that case, what were you using on it?
Something that has 2 charges.
Okay.
That's what my airport has.
You take out one of the gems that you have, and then place the giant one in. It barely fits, but the specific make of the gem allows you to place it just perfectly enough to be able to be held by these beautiful gold kind of like mandibles as they click onto the gem and hold on to it and begin to tap into its power source. You feel the car begin to shake like, and it's clearly supercharged by the great amount of power that you've put into it.
Boom.
You've installed a
Boom! No.
No.
Yay!
My legs. But yeah, no, you've installed the gem.
Yeah, because it says current stuff 150. So now it's 300 miles again?
I think we're gonna go by, as we had said before, charges.
The charges?
That's just
Okay.
easier. And how many miles did I say per charge?
3? I mean, that's what's written here. I'm trying to remember too.
1 charge is consumed after 300 miles. Yes, so for your actually no, that's for your airboard. Is that the same for your car?
I think you wrote this down as the same.
Okay, let's see. I probably did.
I'm just going off the notes that you put in my card.
Takes a gem, is able to drive 300 miles per sapphire gem, can drive 150 miles. Other gem, assuming no other effects. Current sapphire gem goes 150 miles a day. Yep, so 1 charge per 300 miles.
Alright. Whoa.
Which, to be honest, you're never going to probably need to worry about your gym again in this freaking place. Because it's too big. Supercharged, heading back towards the Tower of Power. Do you pick everyone up?
Just keep driving.
Bye, suckers! No, yeah. I'll pick up one.
Everyone kind of like huddles on in like a clown car. Blah, 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 blah. Everyone inside. Of course, there's no space for DOS.
I mean, I thought you said something about there being a trunk.
Yeah, that's a bag of holding. I don't think you can call that.
I don't hold my breath.
Maybe you can like attach your broom to the top and sit on that. Yeah, you have balance on your broom. I'm sure you could chill on the roof.
Just wedge it in there, hold
Yeah.
on, like.
She wants
It's got
to
an
go to the
antenna on it, right?
trunk.
Just
Sure.
pull
No,
up
I
and-
think that got chopped off actually.
The trunk?
Aw.
It's a used car.
Oh. F.
What is she? She just Damn, that doesn't last very long. Well, she could just like head
I have
in
the
that
rope.
direction. Ah, yes, tie her on there. Yeah, I mean, why not? She's not going to complain. She eats eggshells. Do you think she gives a shit?
These weird, strange people and their ways tying me to the top of this machine.
she you have to realize that she ain't even seen a car before.
Now she's experiencing
And
the
now
finer
she's-
things in life.
She's being tied to the top of it. Boy, howdy. Yeehaw!
It's roaring at you, Kathy. What are you gonna do as it intimidates you?
Roar back. I have a fucking ape. I'm not scared.
We're not taking the ape though.
Yeah, that's right. Where's the ape gonna go?
That's not getting out of my
Personal
car.
problem, Kathy. That's not my problem. It's gonna carry me. That's what it's gonna do over its head.
It's gonna fucking throw me.
Mario style.
Dude, the ape can easily just hold itself on the side of the car.
Oh,
We have
yeah.
to take it.
So could you, though.
Do we have to take you? Like, the ape's pretty important. I don't know, man.
I'm gonna say it's fair to say that for short distances, the car does have enough space for you to hold onto the side. Long distances, though, that's no.
That's pushing it.
It's not
We're gonna have to
fast.
tie you.
Just hold
Sounds
on
good,
to the,
man.
just hold on through the door.
Should just put the rope through the door so it's like kind of closed on the rope.
You hang on
Here,
to the
here.
left side, while I assume the ape holds on to the other.
Yeah.
Here,
She's
tell
kind
you
of
what.
using her broom to kind of like steady herself.
Why don't you
Just
take
kind of
the
like
front-
grabbing onto the back like it's a fucking skateboard. You know? Sorry, go ahead. What's up?
Why don't you take the front seat since it's your first time being in the car?
Being in the car, I thought I was supposed to be outside of the car.
No,
Either
it's
one works.
a transportation vehicle. I think I can manage holding on to the side.
Are you sure?
I thought I'd check. I'm kidding.
Oh no.
Well, if you fall, I'm sure the ape will let us know.
I'll trust him with my life.
She looks at the ape.
Ooh. Oh.
You know what to do. Make him fall.
The fucking ape just fucking smiles at this. Where is it?
Send it, pussy.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's so scary.
That's too much
And
detail.
in the moment you tell me you know what to do, drop him off, he makes that smile. You're like, stop making that face. Oh, no.
And it just won't stop at this point.
Stuff like that.
It's just staring at
Thank
David with
God.
that face.
Thank God this thing disappears at the next dawn.
Why are you looking at me?
I don't know.
David,
But
you
yeah,
hold-
she'd accept that and get in the front seat.
Yeah, Davix, you go off to the edge, hold on to it, and Doss, you get to experience the life of luxury in these modern times, sitting down in these leathery, soft seats. A beautiful type of accompaniment. Not too nice on the back area, but the butt area. You could sleep here if you wanted to. What's up?
Where the comfort really should be.
Exactly. Cushion for the bush.
Does it have ass warmers?
No, sadly.
can.
Please. We need to update it. We need to upgrade.
You're
like,
right.
Yes,
We barely have AC. It blows out like regular air, not even cold
Yeah,
air.
your butt's gonna freeze now.
I start casting warmer cool cloak on the car.
Ah, it's too hot.
Crack a window. I'm wilting in here. And then you see the ape. You see the ape out your window. You're like, close the damn window.
You open the window and you just see the eyes of that face poking through.
Oh. As he tries to get in through the window, you're opening. No, get out. But no, yeah, it's very, very comfy kind of position in the middle. Jane, I think, if I remember correctly. It's driver Opal, middle Jane, right side. Of course, you being DOS, and then everyone else kind of like squished in the back.
Wait, why can't we Mexican style this again and have Jane be like on the floor?
On
Or
the
on
floor?
Or on someone? You know how it goes.
It's there's already 8 people in this thing. No, wait, 7.
Could be more, you coward.
After that, it just gets weird. Arashi's sword starts to poke people.
And then you realize it's not his sword. I'll sit on Arashi's lap.
The road's a little bumpy, guys.
I can just imagine Opal purposely hitting bums. Oh no!
Oh, look, a rock turns into it.
There's a lot of turbulence out here. Oh no.
I swear, guys, these potholes, they're just ridiculous.
But sitting down, enjoying, everybody's inside, Opal, and ready to go.
I step on it. No,
Well,
I kick him. I try to get Javix to fall off. No.
I will blow this car up.
No, my car. Yeah, I guess we'll head back to the direction of the library. La biblioteca.
The biblioteca. As the car begins to come to life, you veer it forward, going nice and slow and veering around all the destroyed kind of areas. You try to avoid anything dangerous looking. Throwing a quick roll real fast.
Oh no.
1 is bad.
Hey, where's Davix?
Holy crap.
Oh.
Okay. Let's see.
What does this mean, George?
Ape, no!
He's the first to go.
The day begins to grow a little bit cloudy. You're a few blocks away from where kind of like rubble's over. And you begin to see figures walking out onto the street, shambling. And they begin to walk onto the road, veering back and forth. Oh, but it's getting a little bit harder to veer around them as you look forward. There seems to be a menagerie of them just cuddling in the middle of the roads. Just standing there, blocking the pathways forward in between all the rubble they could easily dodge around. You feel like there is just a slight path that you could push through. It's going to be a little bit difficult. And the vehicle could go through, if not, the people standing outside could go through a little bit of damage. What do you decide?
Give me the rope, give me the rope!
Oh gosh. Yeah, I'm gonna try to steer around.
Steer around?
Yeah, because you said there's like a kind of difficult path to go around or like go through them.
Definitely. I was just making sure.
So I kind of want to go through them, but I I also forgot to do that reinforcing thing I also wanted, so, you know.
So a DC 15 piloting check.
Can I cast invisibility on myself?
That's a complete possibility, my
Can
man. Go
can
for
you
it.
do telekinesis in the car so we can just, you know,
Fly
It-
over it.
fly over all of
it's
this?
it's one or the other, and your car's a bit too heavy.
Oh.
E.T. phone.
No,
Oh
fuck.
my god. He's phoning home, alright. You begin to go through veering left, veering right, as the zombies get closer and closer to like. You look at them closer and they just look like a menagerie of husked flesh around them. Not just undead beings, but some weird type of monstrosity that seems to just walk straight right, kind of in a very disturbing fashion rather than hunched over and awkward. They walk with their backs completely straight and forward as they just slowly make their way towards the car, and their silhouette forms, all their eyes moving closer and closer to the vehicle. You peer around one, and one of them makes a swipe towards the ape. Time to pull out,
No.
time to pull out some ape stats.
No, Bobo.
No. What is it, a gorilla or an ape?
It's an ape.
So it's got a plus 3 or plus 2 dex. Ooh, a plus 5 athletics. That's pretty good.
Oh.
Is a working man. So this
He's
is gonna be a
strong.
grapple Kuthi. Throw me a 1d20 plus 5.
All right, here we go, ape. Let me not kill you now.
You just were born.
What did you say what the roll was?
1d20 plus 5.
Plus 5.
Sacrifice we're willing to make. Ooh.
Hey.
As he's making that face.
It's not gonna be me, bitch.
As it passes through, one of them goes in for a grab on the ape, but the ape raises its giant, muscly hand and slaps it on the face and just pushes it back towards the ground as it hits. And the monkey's just like, just hitting around, just like, you know, banging on the car now, just out of like
No, he's hype. He's fucking hype.
sheer adrenaline,
ready to
and
rumble.
testosterone, you know. As you push forward the opal, bam, you slam straight into one of those zomboids. You see its face in its entire jaw slightly raises into almost like a smile, every tooth completely pricked, almost like the teeth of a shark, as it stares straight towards the window stuck on your hood, and it starts to climb up.
Ew. Can I like swerve
Windshield
around so, like-
wipers.
I do that. Plus, I guess I want to like do like a sharp. I'll warn them before I do this, and I'll try to do it like a sharp turn to like knock the zombie off.
It's gonna be a DC 18 check.
Oh no. Oh, okay.
You swerve around towards a pole and make a complete jut right. Its leg juts outward, grabbing onto the pole by accident and making it twist. You hear its back crack, slamming into the windshield and then getting dragged off due to the physical kind of obstacle that it's run into, and you jut it off. You completely pass through, but you continue to run into all these strange creatures that are slowly walking closer and closer, following from behind, but also getting in front of your way forward towards the library.
Wait, were they the same creatures as the ones when we went to get the cloak?
No, these look completely different. These look like 100%. They look in kind of like stature. They look human, but they're completely bald and just like flesh, Just pure androgynous flesh in human form. Just standing tall awkwardly like weird flesh men.
Ew.
We'll call them flesh men. Sounds nice. These flesh men begin to kind of like make obstacles towards you. You've got one more check to get out of here. DC 15. As you're able to
Yay.
veer correctly, choosing the right times to stop and then push forward, juking them in this giant vehicle and able to get your way past. Eventually the hordes just disappear in the day. And you push on until eventually you hit that rubbled part. Those houses that are completely knocked down. Almost like kind of like in a cul-de-sac, if you will. You park your car. And now it's time for you guys to climb the ladder and head towards the library.
We just ran through a parade. Oh, that was fun.
That was fun. Everybody gets out of the car. And eventually each of you make your way towards the paths that you've created from before, rising up through this broken house, pushing through its broken backside, and into the grand staircase towards the library. Each of you make it safely inside. What are you doing?
Just turned to DOS. Where will we find it?
That's a good question. This is a talisman, perhaps in the tea section.
Do we know if it has a specific name? Or just general talisman?
Ask the keeper if you must.
Did me or Jane find the name of the control talisman when we were researching it by chance?
Yes, it's called the Talisman of the Sphere.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it would be under T then.
Or is it under S?
For sphere.
For sphere.
Well, T, S, S, T, they're right next to each other.
It's probably under T though. Or under O for of the.
Of the. What a twist.
Das, the ape begins to mess with your hat. And it's like, oh.
Brothers.
You are getting too bold in your limited life. Don't try me, creature. I almost ate you.
And it continues to try to pull at your cloak.
What is it? I don't have time for ape games.
Just walks away.
And she just ends up following it. She has nothing better to do.
We're
So
going to
she
the
does
tea
have
section.
time for ape games.
Yeah, yes.
What are you doing, Davix?
To the tea section.
To the tea.
Yeah, you guys. You guys go on ahead. I need to go speak to the keeper.
Are we gonna smooch him up? Okay, fine.
Mind your business. Mind your business.
Yeah, I mean, I go ahead to tea section.
Off to get money, says Mordred, as they go towards the tea section with Jane, Opal, I'm assuming Arashi, Azale, and then Das follows the monkey.
Into a trap.
Into a trap.
Sure.
Opal, what are you doing? I mean, sorry, Davix, what are you doing?
Oh, I'm just gonna look for the keeper.
Yeah, he's there, waiting.
Okay. I'll go up to him and
Flirt a little. Smooth
flirt a
talking.
little, twirl my hair, bat my eyes.
You come here often.
Touch him lightly on the arm.
that, George. You know, get the charisma
Roll the
going.
shebang, yeah. Roll a charisma check -5.
Oh, but I have a +1.
But you're ugly. No, I'm kidding.
That's subjective and hurtful.
Hey, it's my world, and therefore it's fact, not
Therefore, I am.
therefore I am.
Let's see.
So
I
shall it be
guess.
written? So shall it be
Shall
said.
it be said? Probably should have thought this through more. Um, yeah, I'll approach the desk and just say, like, just greet myself. What time of day is it? Like evening, morning?
Yeah, it's like late morning.
Okay, I'll just say, like, good morning, keeper.
And a good day to you, mage.
Yes.
How goes the knowledge perusing?
Slowly but surely. And I believe maybe could be going faster.
Oh? How so?
Well, I believe that maybe I have a great deal to learn from you.
Do tell.
Well, as keeper of all this knowledge, I'm sure you could teach a thing or two to someone like me.
You hear like 10 different laughters go into one as the keeper begins to almost separate into separate entities. The area around you begins to echo in that laughter. And then one voice speaks out. One or two things, he says. Oh, how to be young and reckless. Yes, we could teach you things.
Yes. Forgive me if that may have been a bit presumptuous. I'm sure you have more than one or two things, considering the size of the library.
And what things would you like to learn, little mage?
I just wish to know what you know. I wish to expand my knowledge in things arcane, see how much I can grow to the limit of my mortal self.
That can be arranged, little mage. As a favor for the keepers and all the lost knowledge before you. We can continue this legacy amongst you. All this lost knowledge can be yours if you accept it. Do you accept it? And he raises his hand out, almost like in a handshake.
I'll start to reach out for it.
You're gonna die! No, I'm just tell you. Throwing your hand out, you're locking yourself and your character into a specific line of self-improvement. If you do so, you'll be probably going into that prestige class on purpose.
On purpose. Okay. Yeah, that's why I was like, I was gonna say I start to reach, but I pull my hand back and say, I think we should discuss the term of this agreement first.
Bold, young mage. Bold. Always look at the fine print. How may we discuss these terms? What shall be given? What shall be taken? What does any of us get out of this?
Well, I guess, what are you to offer?
Untold amounts of knowledge. All in your fingertips, in your mind, caressing every thought imaginable. Unbelievable unlocked aptitude towards what you didn't even believe your limits were. Lost magics. Magic so powerful, so divine, so chaotic. They'll bend any force of will in your way. Any obstacle will be yours to move, to create, to destroy.
Anything.
10 voices pop out. Anything.
And what do you ask in return?
What do you have to offer? Or shall we make it a surprise?
I've never really been one for surprises. And I don't believe I have much that would take your interest currently.
No, you don't, do you? Disappointing. A mage would have died, given their soul for this type of information. But you, no, not you.
No, not quite.
A prize. A prize, a prize, a prize. What price can you put on untold information, on unlimited power? How about nothing? How about the very nothing that has come about this place? That has left all this untold knowledge, all this power, left to rot like nothing, all the time and tribulations put through, into just merely an old, cold, and forgotten library. Then let us have that, shall we? Untold power for nothing. Let it corrupt you as it will. Let it take you into the depths of the very limits that this magic was supposed to be in. Let it be. The risk is in of itself, little Davix. He pulls out the hand again. Do you take it? Is that knowledge willing to be parted onto your little mind? Are you willing to divulge to the world of every secret left in these forgotten places? Or would you rather leave them dead? And his hand pulls closer to you. Take it.
I squint at him a bit skeptical.
What do you have to lose?
What do you have to gain?
He gets closer to your ear. Nothing.
Fuck. Uh, he closes his eyes and thinks for a minute. Deal.
Incantation. Oh, go for it. Take his hand, baby. Take his hand. Shake it.
I reach out hesitantly. And take his hand.
Boom! Crack as you begin to feel energies just go straight into you. A binding between both of you as chains rise out and slam into your hand, placing them both together in a forever binding as knowledge begins to go between you and it. It slams its chains, pressing kind of like spikes into your forearm and then slamming straight into your heart, going straight into your mind and changing the very being that you are.
Ooh, don't like that.
You feel the knowledge begin to pour into your mind. All these lost magics, every knowledge amount to them, and then they leave like nothing was ever there. Yet there's just a hint of changing your very soul of fabric, just pushed in the right direction to let you know that these things exist, that they are avenues and new obstacles and new pathways in order to change the future that is so random, in order to change a future that you've chosen as your own. Except this time, even though so many pathways have opened, so many have also closed. You now have knowledge of every spell in the Book of the Lost Spells.
Oh god.
He lets go of your hand and slams back, almost like his hand is burning, and he raises it up as it almost flames blue, leaving you to think on the things you've just gained. It looks back at you, watching you, seeing how you react to these new energies, and then it responds. Good luck, little Davix. Don't let all the magic consume you, as it has done to this dreaded place, as it has done to every mage that has failed to exist up to this point. You are its legacy.
Never really been one to believe in things like legacies.
Believe in it, Davix. Believe in it. Because only few can change such fate, such pathways. Ponder these words. Fates have been chosen, fates will be changed. They will be given unto others and forced into a pathway that they never specifically intended. Look amongst all the heroes and villains around you, each of them pieces, pawns, in a game, a wicked game. Let these magics allow you to change that fate, create your own legacy. Or don't. And he just disappeared.
I'll go back to the other then. Just sort of like inspecting myself, like to make sure everything's normal.
Didn't grow anything new.
No tails or anything.
No tails or anything. No, you seem normal, yet something in you feels different. You feel like a completely different person in a different body. Nothing about you feels the same. Everything feels so airy and different, so moldable and changeable. And and yet so fleeting and so destructible.
Well, I guess I'll have to come to terms with that later then.
You walk up the stairs after doing your strange binding, and everyone's looking for the book specific to the Talisman of the Sphere. You make it there, Davix, as everyone's kind of like looking about. As you kind of like walk up, Jane looks at you. Are you okay?
Yes. Yeah, why do you ask?
He had a good smooch session.
Jesus, what a smooch session.
I am parched.
Is it hot in here, or is it just me?
Or is it just the keeper?
Is it just the keeper of the Reaper? She kind of looks at you. Yeah, you look, happier?
Is that so?
I don't know, to be honest. I'm sorry I said that. That was weird.
No, it's fine. I guess I'm just relieved that things seem to be calming down here in Thay.
So we did get smooches.
Mind your business.
Mind your business.
Called it.
That's later. Don't worry, JJ. We'll DM it later. Okay. B can't hear me when I do this.
Open mouth, tongue. I smack the hand away and kiss him.
Yes, you found the secret ending. That's the only way to accept the bargain.
A true bargain.
A true bargain. Jane kind of looks at you. Well, having a little bit of trouble finding the book. Want to help out?
Yeah, sure. I'll help him look around, see.
Yeah, you raise your hand and a book flies into it.
Oh!
So
right here. It's right here.
It's right here.
Wait, did we see that happen, or
roll perception check? You hear that? As a book slams into it. Man, the hatches were under fire. Jump.
Everybody duck.
Jane, and you tackle her. Defend the girl. Doss is somewhere with her ape friend as he's kind of like, ooh, raising his hands everywhere and just slapping books.
Don't let the keeper see you do this.
And he turns to the left, to the right, and then slowly slaps the books. And looks to the left and the right.
Dust slowly slaps the ape.
With Arashi not watching, it seems. No, nobody saw that. Except Jane.
Oh, she saw that.
As she kind of looks. So, you found it?
Yeah, it was right here. That's what I went to go ask the keeper about.
Oh, okay.
I was all handed to her and just sort of rubbed my eyes, tired.
So, which page was it?
Do I know what page it is?
249.
290 some, I believe.
Oh, okay. She starts to turn. No.
It should be somewhere around.
Tangerines of the sphere was not what I was looking for.
I'll like flip through the pages too.
The moment you touch the book, it flips to
Goddamn.
249. Whoa. Okay. Okay. It kind of wipes it off like that was cool. Kind of like my bookmark. Sweet. You gotta teach me that one later.
Sweating.
Sweating. Yeah. Talisman of the Sphere. There's okay. There's a lot of them, but there are 8 that are in Thay. Or at least recorded. Kind of an old book.
Any close by? And I'm like trying to keep my hands off the book at this point.
Yeah. There's apparently one in that office place that we were just in, though we might not want to go back. Okay. Mark that one off.
Put it as a soft maybe.
There are
We'll drive
4 currently on this area. It seems to be for, yeah, some type of kind of like wizard enclaves, maybe. They're a little bit old when it comes to their dates, but that's the closest and the best shot we've got.
That does sound preferable to the office with the...
I mean, we could do a little drive-by, see how things are looking.
Are you really willing to take that risk with your car?
I mean, if it's easier... Okay, we already know the sphere was there. The talisman being there has a higher chance.
But this wizard conclave seems to be closer, though.
I mean, we can do that, and if it doesn't turn out, we can,
Have our plan B.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm willing to go with that.
So because of the relative non-importance of the talisman, I mean relative, because it's not like super important, but it is important to you guys, and the fact that it is limited and it is an old book, there are 8, and I'm going to be rolling percentages for them. So there is a chance you won't find anything.
Oof.
There's also a chance you could find 8 for all you know. So what am I?
And then we could sell them to both nations and make millions.
Just put out ads like, "Are you having trouble controlling your sphere of annihilation?
Like,
We've got your back. Just call this number. Send to this person."
Buy 1, get 1 half off and play tug of war with the kids.
Do you hate your pesky neighbor? Send it right over.
Can include 2 talismans of the sphere for the price of 1. Okay, so...
It's gonna be almost 10, so also a note of that.
I get it, B. You want to leave?
Same.
No. That's
She's
fine.
got better places to be, George.
Like sleeping.
Like sleeping. And what did Ray send?
What?
What is it?
Oh.
What the fuck?
But yeah, no. I mean, in that case, there's not much else to do except decide where to go. But I imagine, yeah, no, might as well. I mean, we've got 5 minutes. You guys are gonna take these leads
Yeah.
Yeah, next time.
next in a time. Sweet.
We'll
Jane
mark them.
marks them down, grabs a book out, begins to write down the specific locations in Thay that they can possibly be found in, the 4 that are closest. And then she closes up the book and hands it to you. Okay, where did you find it?
Did I see where it flew from?
No.
Fuck.
Opal just grabs it and puts it on the table. There, done. Let's go.
Yeah.
As you all,
Yeah. I'll put it back as like I walk towards the table that she put it on, and I'll like wave them off like, yeah, I'll catch up.
Jane leaves. Opal.
Opal, so she left right after she slammed the book down.
So does Mordred and everyone else. The moment you touch the book, it flies off.
Just a second.
Okay,
Oh,
She saw.
God.
Uh-oh. Spaghetti.
That was a pretty good check, dude. The fate on that one was too good.
The giant eye.
The eye of Sauron.
You look over and you see this a wide, big ass eye. Like, holy shit!
No, you see two below waving monkey hands. He's like, oh.
No, it was a check for the monkey, dude.
The monkey saw all.
The ape knows.
And he gets that
Giving you
face.
that look. Yeah. I know your secrets, mage man.
No, please.
And as he walks away,
I should have killed you when I had the chance.
and as he walks away to tell Doss, he just explodes.
Well, I guess it was next on. Good riddance.
Good riddance.
No, but yeah, that'll end it for today. And we'll do whatever else is next time.
Uh-oh.
So you guys look for the talisman of the fool.
Of the fool.
Of the fool.
Wait, did I see Doss see me?
See her, see you, see her.
See her, see you, see when. Roll perception check.
Oh god.
DC 17, because
Ooh.
I'm gonna say she's like somewhere random. Like
Right behind you.
What if my passive is 17?
no.
Damn it.
Your attention wasn't on her. Yeah. I would say yes if like you had told me like I'm gonna be looking around making sure nobody sees and toss it.
That's true. My attention was only like to make sure that the people that were in the
In your immediate vicinity.
they had all walked off, and I was like, okay.
Safe. Psych.
So happy birthday, JJ. We're gonna be talking about your newfound powers now.
No
You
way.
glitched them.
Slowly but surely.
Congrats.
Thank you.
That being said, yeah, no, that's it.
Okay. We did it.
Lo hicimos.
We did 2 whole things today.
Hey, but we're gonna have some fun adventures, and
You're gonna become
hopefully
a lich.
I'm gonna become a lich, or a lich's bitch.
Yeah, I mean at this point, I
Or
mean
both.
thanks to the pacing, Shoop didn't miss out on much. And he's gonna probably be around for an important part. Considering you guys,
Yeah.
well, I mean, I don't have. There's nothing big planned. You guys are looking for the talisman, unless I can come up with something random that would fit, which I normally randomly do, but I don't think so. I don't see. I think it's just gonna be you guys going against the random number generator to see if you find the talisman.
Lady Luck, we need him here. If you roll a 7, we have to find it.
You have to fight. Yeah, you're right.
If he's here.
Yeah, that's true.
It's under his boot. Like,
Oh, okay. It's in his pocket the whole time.
Oh yeah, that's my
Yeah,
mom.
when he did the fucking grenade shit, he blew a hole in the wall that was the office, and it flew into his pocket. And he woke up the next morning like, shit, I got the shit beat out of me. What's this in
As-
my pocket?
yeah,
Oh,
as
it's
he-
probably nothing.
As he's sitting down in the car, he's just like, something feels wrong.
It
Like in my
landed
car.
betwixt his cheeks.
and stayed there ever since.
Nestled in there.
Now you might be saying, wouldn't it fall out? No. He's been
In
Let
fact,
it
it is
escape.
very safe there.
Plus,
He
for
cannot be disarmed by it.
And it cannot be divined either.
Y'all are wrong. My campaign ruined. Goodbye, everyone. Sorry. Till next time.